Hello everybody, and welcome back to Humankind! A little bit unexpectedly this morning on launch day of Age of Empires 4, but we're back after some technical difficulties and we are diving into the Humankind M.A.D Achievement Challenge. For those who weren't here last time, let me spend the first 30 seconds or so just catching you up on where I am in this world, that way you know what we're doing today. So, as you may note, we are in the industrial era. Moving through the sort of early modern phase of humankind. We're playing as the French, and here is our capital city, the wonderful city of Memphis. And my goodness, what a glorious city it is. We have just moved through into the industrial era, by the way, as we've just gone through from the early modern. Our goal is to have the largest standing army of nuclear weapons in the world. So let's take a look at the world. This is our starting continent. We had it completely to our own, and as you can see, we managed to found a few reasonable cities, including Fission Town, and he is still yet to be named. We also grabbed this little island up here and moved over to this other continent as well, where we established the wonderful city of Carthage. Ba-boom, in all of its glory. Now, let's have a look at the wider world. You can see that all other players are still in this game. I have a little enclave, a little outpost up here along dark green, but otherwise it's a fairly well distributed, fairly even map. I think the Dutch have probably got a little bit too much land. Orange, clearly not enough. Clearly there was some conflict here. However, we're doing okay. Our goal, as I say, is to build up the largest standing army of nukes we can. For those unfamiliar, the M.A.D challenge requires us to have 5, 10, and then 20 nuclear weapons in our arsenal. So we are absolutely upskilling our cities to try and get this done. I have a couple of standing armies. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. These elephants can become knights. I'm not actually sure if I would even really want to do that, but that's fine. We'll leave that as it is. Otherwise, our yields are doing pretty good. This is a normal game, so we're just over halfway through. We're currently in second, but I think that we can pull this through. And thank you very much to everybody who is somewhat unexpectedly joining me this morning for part 2 of this playthrough. I see you in chat. Winter, I see you, Ben. I see you, Alec. All of you, thank you so much for joining me today. As I said at the start of the stream, a little bit unexpected, because we were meant to be playing some Age of Empires, but that didn't quite go to plan. So let's kick off with where we left off. Turn 187 in Humankind. These boats were headed to try and check out this island, but it's going to be a long way around. It is a little oil island, you're right, but otherwise it's quite a long way around. We'll send them to do that, but largely forget about them while they do that. And I think instead we need to focus in on our technologies, right? First and foremost, if we want to get to the nuclear weapons, we're going to need to beeline along the bottom of the tech tree, as you can see here, right? So we go line formation, da-da-da, we pick up these technologies, and actually, screw that. What we have to do is, because we've moved through into the industrial era, we can research, Research Institute, uranium enrichment, nuclear fission, and finally, fusion reactor, in hopefully not a long time. I mean, as you can see, it costs 30,000 science at the moment to research the fusion reactor, but we're getting 7,000 per turn, and I'm pretty sure that's only with collective minds in Carthage. Yeah, baby. Let's see just how ridiculous we can push this. So, irreligion, not interested. In theory, I should probably build my unique French districts first. That just seems in general like a pretty good idea. So let me just smash down a couple of these. Really, wherever I can fit them will do. It's a fairly tight squeeze. We also need to save room for our nuclear testing sites. I haven't forgotten about that either. But for the time being, I will just quickly place down these French institutions. Collective Minds in Memphis. Yeah, being the owner of Memphis, I think you're right. Hey, Sumic, good to see you too. I was expecting an AoE stream, but hi. Hello, Castaway Gaming, nonetheless. We'll still cover AoE, just not right now. How are those nukes coming up? We are almost into phase start to build the nukes, I think. We're just going to quickly shore up our defenses, grab the last of our science out of these unique districts. Hopefully they don't take a million years to produce. Looks like they probably won't. They should really have research institutes next to them, though. as well, in an ideal world. But anyway, we'll get to work on these exhibition halls. We'll get to work also, hopefully, on the Eiffel Tower at some point, but beggars also can't be choosers. And yes, absolutely, we need to collective minds. Probably, actually, the sooner the better, because realistically, even though these districts are pretty good, I think if we go a burst of collective minds now, it may pay off for us better than those districts will in the long run. In particularly, I'm concerned because we really need to get these nukes online. If I want to have 20 of them, I'm gonna need to start building them kind of soon, because they take a while to build, particularly the more advanced ones. But anyway, let me just literally give these districts maybe 3 turns at the most. I might swap this city onto industry focus first, just to make sure it fills up those jobs. Although I note, actually, we are nearly full on jobs in Memphis, so it probably is for the Memphis. It's probably for the best that I build a few more districts and get a few more jobs going here. I'm also actually wondering if it might even be worth going +2 science, +4 science on research quarters. It may be worth investing in some of the more advanced infrastructural upgrades as well. But I'm happy to go on collective minds and skip over them. Pro tip, alt-click to put a tech and its prerequisites at the start of the queue. Wonderful tip, PJD. Good one. Khmer and French. I know! We've got a fairly decent setup. It's not morning, you crazy man. Speak for yourself. Children's rights. We know the deal behind children's rights. And because I want to keep full progress, I will probably go +1 researcher slot per research quarter. That's going to basically fix my job issues in a nutshell, which is wonderful. The Dutch would like a customs union. We will accept it for the time being, but don't get comfy. Don't get comfy. That's all I'll say. Non-aggression pact, counter it back at them, because we don't actually want that. And I'm going to push a demand too. And refuse those ones. We're going to kind of annoy dark green a little bit. Just really grind their gears. Sure, cultural agreement, why not? Why not?
You have unlocked the Research Institute. It will not merely...
Yes, I have played a little bit, Huck. Not a lot, but a little bit. Mostly in the pre-release. I haven't played the fully released build of Age of Empires for much yet. I spent most of this morning just trying to get it to be recognized on stream. Not trying to sound too salty, but I did. Oh, you're working from home, morning happy. How good, shorty. So yeah, I played it a little bit, and it seems really fun. I like it. It has a high price tag, which is difficult to justify, but much like Humankind, it's on Xbox Game Pass. So for a lot of people, that is less of an issue. And I think if you look past that and look at it as an Xbox Game Pass game, seems pretty good. Yeah, seems pretty good. Tech agreements for the +5 science, yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. We're beelining through these nuclear technologies without even being on collective minds everywhere, which is pretty cool. Let's maybe go for 5 turns on collective minds now. We'll go... Actually, let's check our science first, though, because this is going to be kind of spicy. Okay, so we're getting 8,000 science at the moment. Nice. Let's go collective minds on Memphis. Yep, that's fine. I think maybe we also spam that one out and smash it out on the city who's not named. And Fission Town as well. Oh, Fission Town actually does have some uranium to connect. Might just leave Fission Town off for a minute. Just build that... Oh, nah. Let's go all in. We're going all in. All 4 of our cities. We only have 4 cities. All 4 of our cities are going to go on collective minds for 5 turns. So it's 293 at the minute. That has surged us up to 21,000 science a turn. So we should be going okay. Should be going okay. The macOS version dies when nuking. I don't want to see nukes flying. Fair enough. Hey, Mark. Hopefully it's a good evening for you in Germany this evening, friend. Right. So, as I say, turn 193 and we'll burst through. Yes, we're losing a little bit of gold per turn, but we have enough in the coffers to hopefully tide us through. There's nuclear fission, which goes very nicely with Fission Town, I must say. We'll grab the cultural agreement, because why not?
This in spite of you. Here is a proposal.
Full-on agreements. There's our nuclear civic, which we will need to save up a little bit for, but not too long. Obviously, we'll be taking that one. Goes without saying. Grab the scientific agreement with the Poles. Brilliant. Could upgrade these troops just sitting here in Memphis doing not a lot, I suppose. Although, actually, I need to save my money. Otherwise, we'll go bankrupt while we're forcing everybody to be scientists. Oh, okay. And that's actually fusion reactor done. That's pretty awkward, but also outstanding. Now we just need to get the rest of our resources. So we need aerial warfare to discover aluminum. Don't necessarily need aluminum smelting right now. We will take rocket science and bounce back for computing. And then anything else I urgently need. I mean, we don't understand siege cannons, but no. Let's go for those two technologies. Brilliant. Non-aggression pact with Huck himself. We'll counter that one back at him. We don't want to fight with nuclear powers if we can help it. But we will take the scientific agreement with the Greeks, who are still the Greeks! Still the Greeks. My goodness. Radar researched. Wonderful. Also aerial warfare researched. That is good. We're nearing the end of our 5 turns. Let's go for scientific investing as we come out of these 5 turns. And let's see what kind of resources we've actually got to work with now that we know where they are. There is a uranium. Sorry, there's an aluminium. There's a uranium. Oh dear. Do we not have anywhere near enough uranium? Oh dear. Okay, we may have something we have to work on first, by the looks. Hey, Sir Rubio, good to see ya. Yes, we'll just have to postpone Age of Empires slightly. I'll try again with it tomorrow, and I'll be working on some videos for it too. Just couldn't quite play ball today. But that is all good. That is all good. We will make do. So I've got plenty of oil, which is great. Aluminium we're shy on. Looks like uranium we are... Ooh, okay, so I have 2. I didn't see that one there. And actually, there's my second aluminium. We've got our oil, I think, completely sorted, don't we? Oh, if I just had this island, that would solve all of my problems, right? Because I'm going to need 3 uranium. I guess we could just trade for a spare off somebody and then take it from them, I suppose. Maybe we don't need to all-out warfare right now. Maybe. It's a big maybe. Well, what about green? We could pick on green quite easily. Of course you don't have any. Not got a single one. That island just has oil. That's okay. I did find it, but it took me a minute. I appreciate it, Smash. I appreciate it. Right. Either way, here's turn 199. So we've gone through our rush to the appropriate techs. I'm going to therefore take this city off collective minds. There's computing and a scientist star. Probably going to take this one off collective minds too. Let's get the uranium and the aluminium online here. How are we looking for jobs? A little bit limited, actually. I might just get a couple of like hamlets or something down. Also maybe a couple of cheeky research institutions. Brilliant. I guess we could finish the Eiffel Tower as well while we're here. I don't think we need stability anywhere. I think we're so stable it's not even funny. So let's just smash the Eiffel Tower. Somewhere in this mess of a city. We'll smash it over there. And we might take the capital off collective minds for a minute as well. Get that working on what it needs to do. And arguably, actually, let's take Carthage off too. Let's get everybody off collective minds for a minute. And just work on the resources that we need to improve. This will be enough to at least do a couple of tests in the beginning. These are some really weird food districts. What? Amazing. We actually need to focus quite hard on Carthage. Carthage doesn't have enough jobs. Doesn't have enough market quarters. It doesn't have enough industry. It has suffered for quite a while, actually. We might pump a bit of money into it as well. The geek hamlets. Yeah. Absolutely. The geek hamlets. I love it. Brilliant. You don't need to worry about backseat gaming. Okay. Space station? I mean, sure. While we're waiting, let's go to space. Actually kind of difficult to find space for a space, I suppose. And we do need to save some area for nuclear tests. We might actually need to capture some area, really, to do said tests. Although, we can at least do a space station. Let's do a space station. Sorry, sorry, Carthage. We will continue to put money into you as well. It's just going to take time. Okay, these boats made it to Oil Island, and it was sadly just Oil Island. The other sad thing is we can't place an outpost with them, so it's almost entirely useless that they're here. Let's make them auto-explore. And I guess we send a military unit. We've got 4 horses. Let's just send 1, right? Because we don't necessarily need to send that many people in to do what is really a relatively easy job. So let's just send the 1 dude. Where are you going? Apparently that's the fastest way. Citation needed. Whatever. And let's do the space station here too. That'll help us get it done in a turn, and then we can work on the Eiffel Tower here. The space race is allegedly on. Of course, we don't want to make it to space. We want to make it to nukes. So let's do that. Yep, thin blue line. Absolutely brilliant. Could go for the lunar lander still, but I don't see a need. Let's get our industry up, because we're going to need industry, and really the science ones as well should have been built a long time ago. We're going to need industry and science if we want to be building nukes. And actually, I really have all the technologies that I need, don't I? So even at this point, science is arguably less important. We probably need to double down on our industrial districts more than anything. Which are also earning me a little bit of science, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I think we need industry. Industry, 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 industry. With Exoskeleton, they are officially Fusion Knights. That's 4x pathing. Wow. That is also true. Non-aggression with you, absolutely not. You needy you. It's gonna get the uranium and aluminium built first. As a priority in Carthage. It is also starving a lot. Can we just get like a little bit of food in here, please? To feed the people? Please. They are not doing very well. These events become less important as the game goes on. So really, I'm just looking at these, how it will mess with my society. And again, learning happens to be the right pick.
Ideology axis. Of all the epithets other empires may
Let's
use,
finish the Eiffel Tower, I think.
Won't be one of them.
Maybe also queue up a little bit of industry as I gas bag on about how important industry is. Let's get another 100 industry here. Man, I have fallen from grace. Nuke me first. Okay. I will do that. Well, I might do that. You're right. You really have fallen from grace, haven't you? In a big way. You're still... Wait, are we talking about 2 different U's?
Welcome. Go
No,
ahead.
we're not. I keep getting you confused with Shadow. Shadow, doing very well. You? Not so much! Not so much. Exosuit's been researched. There's our units buffed. And at this point, I think, unless there's one for industry, right? Unless we can get any other industry buffs, might be worth actually going for the gold buff, though, which comes from Space Orbital. Let's go for Space Orbital because we might buy out some nuclear weapons as well, right? We don't just have industry, we also have money. Is it nuke building time? It very nearly is, pilot. We are just about there. We've collective mined our way through all of our science that we need. So now we can focus on industry instead, which makes me think, actually, for the last era, I'm probably choosing an industrial culture. Probably. Citation needed, but probably. I might get to work on maybe some missile cruisers, potentially. Nuclear submarines. Not again. Maybe some tanks, actually. I'm just thinking it might not hurt to have a ground force somewhere nearby in a few different cities. So what we'll do is get the +1 veterancy improvement, and then actually maybe a slightly cheaper force here because the industry output is a little lower than I would like. Let's go with maybe just, I don't know, 2 tanks and 2 AA guns by the sawmill. Districts are only going to take a turn each, so I may as well get a little bit of extra industry here. I'm going to leave that free just in case we need to do a test on it. Just in case. But I can fill it in later if we don't. I'm just looking at this land and thinking, I mean, it's fairly barren. We could capture this and use it as our test site for future nuclear launches. Cheap units and upgrade with gold later. Also a great idea. And our income is, yeah, gotta admit, pretty good. Although now that I'm thinking gold, I'm thinking maybe I build more gold. Right, I'm bouncing between industry, gold, industry, gold, industry, gold. I will need likely some missile silos as well. Let's get one there on that side of the capital. And then we'll also give it maybe an aerodrome as well next door, right? Missile base, aerodrome. Seems fairly logical. We could also get the civilian one nearby. In fact, let's do it. Let's go for a wee trifecta of important strategic buildings. And maybe as the city continues to grow, it could probably use hamlets too. Let's get a couple of cheeky hamlets in, and that should help the capital grow where it needs to. It's still getting an incredible amount of food, and actually it benefits from producing more food, doesn't it? We can grow the rest of our empire quite quickly if we have some extra food generation over here. So I'm just going to really awkwardly squeeze a couple of foodie districts in where they really don't belong. Or we could consider merging cities, actually. Interesting. Either way, we can move through into the next era. I'll have to buff my gold a lot to be able to buy nukes. Thermo nukes are 130k and regular are 90. Ground forces to take pictures of the cool mushroom clouds. Absolutely right. Okay, well, we are moving through into the last era now. And I could choose to do it now, or I could choose to wait a bit longer. I might choose to move through now, just so that we can really get the most of everything. I don't need science anymore, so I'm going to stay well clear of science. Hey, Alexander, good to see you. So, I could go with the Australians, plus 20% industry on all cities, and go for the let's just build these things rather than buy these things route. We could go for the Brazilians if we wanted to go massive population. I don't think so. The Chinese would give us a bit of extra money, plus 10% on all of our cities. So if we want to buy out nuclear weapons, we could opt for the Chinese play. Who else do we have? The Egyptians, not really interested. Indians, plus 10 money per number of territories in my sphere of influence. We have a lot of those. Probably not a very good pick at this point. The Japanese are a scientist, but they do have some reasonable industry. I'm pretty scared to go for science at all, though, because I just don't need it. So I think we'll stay away from them. Likewise, the Swedes. The Turks also are awkwardly providing me with science, which I don't need. The Americans, interestingly, we could maybe get some value out of them for the +1 money from trade, but probably not. I am also pretty interested in the Soviets. +3 combat strength on units, remembering that our nukes are units, and a -20% unit industry cost. That would make it much better. Building our nukes will probably be easier than buying them as well. So for me here, I think it's a choice between probably the Australians and the Soviets. And I've just accidentally posted a poll with no options. We'll just end that poll. Yeah, I think for me, actually, it's probably the Soviets or the Australians only. I won't include the... Go with the Olmecs. Get out of town. I won't include the Chinese just because I don't think their benefit is really good enough to warrant. I think we're probably going to go down the industrial route for this last era, which means either the Australians, which will give us, crucially, the land raiser ability to turn all of our science into industry. That's really powerful, by the way, because I don't want science. I don't want to finish the tech tree. I have all the tech that I need. So my inkling is that it should probably be the Australians. In fact, I think if we don't go for an industrial culture, we could be left out a little bit. I thought the Turks were on meta. Aren't you planning on playing all cultures that will be nerfed in the next patch? Not planning on playing all cultures that will be nerfed. No. Not all of them. We've played a few already. The fact that the Australians have that builder ability, which will help us basically earn 0 science, is what leans me toward them. However, I think, FYI, if you're curious, the Soviets are probably a little bit better for what I'm trying to put down. That red tide ability is good on 2 counts. And the arms factory, not as good as the Australians' industry, but it does provide a bit of money as well. But man, you really can't get past it. Have you ever done Dutch to French with one massive city? No, I have not. I have not. I appreciate the meme. Soviets go with the flavor. Certainly very flavorful. Poor Australians. No flavor in Australia. I'll go remind me later while you get your votes in. I'm keen to hear your thoughts. My thoughts are that the land raiser ability for the Australians really makes them the much more beneficial pick, even though the Soviets and the Red Tide, definitely a fun theme. While we're waiting, let us get some more jobs. We need some we need some jobs for these geeks, don't we? And I don't have any of the science improvements here, which we will be able to convert them into industry, right, with Land Raiser if we're going the Australian route. So it's actually not a bad idea to keep building and improving those. Brilliant. Oh, I forgot to put down the hamlets. Do you want some hamlets too, little city? I'm sure you do.
Pollution in this territory is fortunately low.
Pollution is
Wouldn't
fortunately
it be
low.
Lovely to keep it that way?
Lovely to hear. Yikes. Okay. Buy that sawmill. Oh, I need to be investing in Carthage though, don't I? Whoopsies. Overproductive on Memphis sounds good to me. Learning on Memphis, not really needed. And prosperous on Memphis would keep us roughly in line with where we are already. Let's go for overproductive. We can afford it. We can afford it. Plus 20% industry is Australia. Yeah. Can't argue with that, can ya? Can't argue with that very powerful industry boost. The chat is roughly even. Soviets will hit my stability, and my stability is also going to take a fairly significant hit when we start firing nukes left, right, and center as well. I acknowledge. That's going to hurt us too. Oz has flavor. It's beef. Team Soviets. Go you, Jacob. Absolutely go you. Should we do a cheeky lunar lander? Wouldn't mind landing on the moon. Where did we do that last one? maybe we wait until we can do the nuke tests. Oh, which, speaking of, let me get nuclear weapons
So,
all day,
the plan
baby.
is
That'll
that
surge
everyone
us over
keeps
into
running
Homeland
with
as
each
well.
other,
In fact,
nobody
we
pulls the
just need
trigger.
a little bit more and we can complete that tree. Probably the closest I've ever been to quote-unquote completing the trees. Now that we have the ability to test nukes, let's do it. And we're going to start with a eeny-weeny, teeny-weeny fission test. And actually down here looks like a reasonable spot to do it. Not going to be able to fit much else down there, so let's do that. And let's just make sure that we do it in a turn. Let's get the capital on it. Brilliant. Right, nuclear test number 1 will be done. What would you like to build me? Maybe a missile silo, actually. Let's get a missile silo there. And maybe we do the airport thing here as well. Get both types of airfield. Just to be safe.
Well,
Get that
the
necessary
Iranians
infrastructure there.
They seem to be growing.
Now we can do test number 2.
Is that a bad
The
idea?
fusion test. This one requires 2 uranium, so we can still build this one. Gonna try and squeeze it in somewhere that doesn't hurt me too much and that leaves, hopefully, our biggest space. 84 watching and 40 likes. A like bomb is incoming, according to Huck. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can drop an absolute 20 bomb on those likes and surge them up. Oh, look at this. This is the dream testing ground. If I could take this territory, we could just blow it sky high. But for the time being, let's conduct this little test. Come on, little test. Little high, little low. I don't want to waste my good spots over in Carthage, but even they are not big enough. We could do it up here. Okay. Next time, I will be able to do the big-ass one here, won't I? But I'll have to destroy a couple of harbours. I think I've got that right. So, in that case, maybe I have to save that. And try and squeeze this somewhere else. I really do wish it would just let me nuke my, like, test it on my own people. Like, I realize that's a little bit tyrannical, but... Also, and you know, like, absolutely, make it tank my stability or something stupid. Like, I don't mind. Give me, like, minus 100 stability for it. But, let me do it. Soviets had already lost the Cold War. Takal looks like a good island to test, doesn't it? Doesn't it? If I can bring it into my territory, actually, Takal is a great island. If we just completely ransack everything on it. Build an outpost... there, and then we could do the test. No, actually we couldn't. Oh yes, we could do it there. No, I'd need that island as well. I guess we will have to make do again. Good call, Huck. Could just redo this last one. We won't be able to redo it again the next time, but that's probably okay. It's funny that you can't do that. It is kind of funny, isn't it? Alright, let's just retest back in the same spot as last time. Good call. The game doesn't want me to make French toast. Alright, we'll do it there, and we will obviously complete this with the highest priority. Can't quite complete it in enough, though, so we'll just put Memphis on it, too. 2 turns, and we will have that test finished. My next roadblock is going to be, where is my 3rd uranium? Because I can't do the last nuclear test without uranium number 3. But I guess we maybe just start making some cheaper nukes. It does only really impact their damage and range. It doesn't actually impact the nukes themselves, is my understanding. So, we can probably get away with just doing 2 tests and then coming back to it. So let's, plump out any technologies we need back here, like power lines, maybe some war technologies. Maybe we sweep back through and grab anything that we've missed. Feels like a good idea. I will do that. I will do that. And then we'll continue moving. Okay, great. Where is my 3rd uranium going to come from? I.e., who are we going to launch at first? Maybe it is blue. We bombed Takal. Nuclear test done. We take Luluban, which has probably the best spot to test ever. Mass entertainment for stability. You got that right. Okay. Brilliant. Sure, we can do some more satellites. We can squeeze these in areas that would otherwise be not particularly usable. Like... Come on. There? Yeah, maybe. Thought like we could do a little bit better. Let's do it there. Doing the satellites will give us some extra visibility over the land, which should hopefully make launching our nukes just that little bit easier. So let's get our eyes in the sky. Let's go the polar satellite as well. Smash that one down there. It's going to take a few extra turns. See, so here. So we need the third uranium to be able to do the final Icbm test. But we don't actually need to hold it, I don't think. So if we could just maybe connect someone else's uranium and then trade it away, we could be okay. Not sure if anyone even has the uranium connected. No, they don't.
It was not love.
Who's in the lead? I think it's the Dutch.
Hello, friend. We are happy to talk.
And I'm assuming that they have uranium, but they haven't built on it. They haven't even built on their aluminum. Yeah, see, there's the uranium. They've got it, but not improved it. If we were a merchant culture, if we went as a merchant, we could force them to improve the uranium. But I think it's probably easier to actually just take some for ourselves. So let's take blue. Let's take dark blue. I don't think they're particularly strong. Mahalo Bay. Let's have a look. Bound. We are much more powerful than them, and we demand access to their resources. Yeah. So what we could do is sneak in and grab Luluban for the uranium. Potentially also the territory to its south. And then we could even maybe use it as a testing ground. So let's make that our plan, right? Let's go this boat spawn out of the city and this unit spawn. Then let's also maybe Benfis could lend us a hand too. Yes, it can. Benfis can lend us a hand as well. So let's make this a unit spawn and this a boat spawn. See if you can find a boat. And pump out maybe, I don't know, 4 tanks and... let's go 5 tanks and 5 missile cruisers out of here. Just thinking, is there any infrastructure I'd like to build first for the unit? Yes, let's get the armory down first. Brilliant. And then we'll just start pumping out those units. We can move through to the next era, and I think we should. The poll was almost dead even. When I clicked end just then, it was actually perfectly even. See you in a bit, Jacob. Who won the vote? Wow, the Australians lost it, but I'm actually going to have to override that, because if we play as the Soviets, we lose, because I forgot to turn off, finish the tech tree and win, and I've got too much science. I literally think I will not be able to do this challenge if I pick the Soviets, so I'm terribly sorry to the 51% who voted Soviets over the 48% who voted the Australians. But actually, I think if we choose the Soviets, we literally just lose. So it's nothing personal. I would love to go with you. And usually my democracy is not the most stable with these votes, I acknowledge. But it really does have to be a culture where I can use an industrial ability. Hey, Mac. So it has to be the Australians. I'm sorry. It's not even my personal bias. It has to be, or we lose. The game will end too prematurely, I believe. So let's go through as the Australians, as we take the mantle. We take the lead as the player in first, which is wonderful. The Humankind. Brilliant. Jump through into this era. As the Australians. Yep. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We also have a wonder that we could claim. I mean, the Sydney Opera House would be on point. Providing +1 science on regular districts. How good. We're getting that regardless. +20% money from ongoing trade, stability, and all the bonuses on calm cities, or a bit less. Let's go with the Sydney Opera House. That seems very fitting. Australians always win even when they lose. Go Australia! And let's... Oof. We could maybe even ignore our mines. Like, they're not the best. But, we'll build them nonetheless. And I might just quickly prioritize them to the front of the queue in the capital while it's building these military units for us. Everyone else we could probably think twice before we build them. We didn't really play the Australians for these. I mean, there's a plus 148. I'll probably knock down a research. Oh, it's our special one. And I am converting it. Nah, let's smash it down. Out with the old, in with the new. I will smash these down in, you know, fairly decent spots. It doesn't have to be the world's greatest spot, but fairly decent ones would be nice. And just shift them to the front of the queue as well. Get the industry rolling in the city. Brilliant. We'll do the same sort of setup garbage here too. There's a wonderful one. There's a fairly decent one too. Not so great up there, but we'll allow it. And it looks like we're not going to have to use that land for anything other than expansion, so we will expand. And then it's just Carthage. It's literally just Carthage after that. Who can get some absolute whomper districts in place. Thank you kindly. Might get the Sydney Opera House ready to go in Memphis as well. Smash it down next to that harbour. That looks good. And I think that's our setup done. So, here come our tanks starting to spawn.
I see you built the first
I'm going to need another oil to properly upgrade them, which is kind of annoying. We've made it to the last era. Huzzah! Now it's time to build nukes. Don't forget to put my cities in industry mode. Absolutely. In fact, we should probably do that, dare I say, for the rest of the game. Let's definitely put Memphis on industry mode. Let's go Fission Town, Landraiser. You betcha. Of course, we're not going to earn any gold, is the downside. But at the moment, we arguably don't need it. So let's also put... Let's just put every city on the mainland on Landraiser. You know... We could actually also save up to start merging some of these together. Science investing will be industry investing, so let's do that.
An ideology axis? Well, there's something to be said for unswerving dedication to a cause.
I might just leave... It will technically bankrupt me, but let's do it. All cities on super mega industry mode 5 million. That's put our industrial yields in a pretty good place. It'd be fair to say. Do we want to do the lunar lander as well? I mean, we might as well. This is also going to be another one that's kind of tricky to squeeze in. It's a shame we can't test it on the old nuclear site. Feels like that would be a match made in heaven, but whatever. A couple of districts are getting in the way there. What can you use gold for in Humankind? We could buy anything we like. We could buy buildings. We could buy new trade routes. We could crucially use it to buy out our nuclear weapons that we're about to build. Oh, this is so infuriating. Did I screw it over by building a dumb mine there? No, it would have been screwed over anyway. Oh my gosh, look at this. The dream. It's like they left it free on purpose. Go them! If I destroy... No. If I destroy... That's not in my territory. that is, but I can't do it there because of the nuke test, I'm assuming. Such a shame. Feels like that would be a reasonable spot. Ugh, we might have to come back to this after we get some more land, which actually makes getting more land even more important to me than it was before. So, let's build a second army in this city. Of battleships? Question mark? We need more oil to get our unique. Okay, in that case, actually, you know what? Let's just scrap all this crap for a minute. Let me give you the army improvements. Boom, 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 boom. And then, could you please build me, say, I don't know, 5 medium tanks. Brilliant. That should be about all that we need. So what do we need to build these nukes? More aluminum, which we're also short on. So really we just need all of the strategic resources that we can get our hands on. We could probably trade in the short term for that aluminium though. Oh no, we can't because we're so far ahead that no one else has got any to trade me. Fine, war it will be. Let's get war ready with blue. Oh, we're actually got an alliance. Let's just break that. Soz. Let's push these demands. Push that demand. Push that demand. That'll help generate us a little bit of war support.
Such disappointment. Such treachery. I'm speechless.
So mad. Mahalo Bay is so mad at me. Wish I could buy nukes with gold and Civ 6, so would Gandhi. Too right, too right. My cities produce more gold than industry. Yeah, this city for sure, right? I mean, it's fairly negligible, but you're not wrong. I'm a little worried at how much we're starving all of a sudden. I'm wondering if the capital could fix that for... Oh, wah ya wah he ya wah wah. The capital cannot fix it. Let's make sure that we have food and money and science, because everything is turning into industry at this point. So the more the merrier, essentially. Oil, good. I'm also just a little concerned about the uranium. Do they have any? So if we take this, we take 2 uranium. So we're fine for uranium. What we're not fine for is aluminium, though. Aluminium is still awkward. Even if I take this whole continent, I'm still short on aluminium. Which is pretty awkward, to be honest. Because I'm not sure where I'm even going to be able to land grab aluminium from. It's as if the world just has none. Except for purple, which has 2 unclaimed. Okay, so maybe we trade with you to get that.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
Definitely take your oil. And maybe your coal while I'm here. We might as well, right? Because we're still making money from these trade routes. So, let's just grab all of these strategics. Which will at the very least allow me to upgrade my tanks. However, I'm not making money. Because we're on Super Land Razor mode. Probably Fission Town focuses on making money in the future. So what I'm going to do is outfit it with a ludicrous amount of gold districts. Basically just as far as the eye can see. I will add money. And ensure also that I have the right improvements in place. Get the industry as well. Yeah. So, Fission Town may help us with that. We might leave Fission Town to just do the science, do the money kind of deal. Working on our fleet in the capital, which means that the tanks must be done. Hey, we made it to Oil Island! Nice! Good one, you wild horse you. It only took you half the freaking game. Yeah, aluminium is a huge hold-up for me, actually. I need it almost immediately, don't I? See ya, Mac. The shared I know the space for the shared projects is very frustrating. Very frustrating. Oh, and those are thus so expensive to upgrade. Can someone please figure out how to build uranium so that I can take some? Please. I don't want to have to take this city. Although technically it is my greatest hold-up at the moment. So maybe, maybe actually, I also need to start building up some tension with you. We don't have any crisis points. Yeah, I think actually we have to turn to Huck and just take Nimos for its uranium. So let's do that instead. I'm gonna have to. Which is fine. We're about to run out of cash, so let's take this place off when we can. 2 turns, that's fine. Got these boats ready, they'll cause some chaos. You can just station yourself on that stupid island. And we'll still build this army to send to blue. But we will also, of course, need to have another army to send away. These are literally the troops that we've had from the start of the game. I love that they're still lingering around. That is fantastic.
I think we can undertake a common venture.
No, we are refusing that.
This does little to appease me.
So be it.
What kind of units do you have? Very bad ones is the answer. Right, this fleet is ready. So I think we just declare war immediately. We don't have time to spare, unfortunately. It's going to be a surprise war against the sullen Haudenosaunee. Sorry, Huck. Your time is up, I'm afraid. And let's see what we can do with these missile cruisers. This must be absolutely terrifying for poor old Huck. It's 5 missile cruisers cruise up onto his border. Staring at neighbors intensifies. Absolutely it does. I need resources. Yesterday. Okay, and here come the tanks. The ground force. Right, a new wonder can be claimed. I guess I claim it just to stop you claiming it. Let me claim Christ the Redeemer. And let's sail into this channel and absolutely decimate these 6 crossbows. Come on, let me fight you! Bring in the tanks. They're not even upgraded, but we don't even care. Army wages. A new civic which will push us to the end of Homeland. Yes! Let's do it. And now we just need to move a fraction to the left on the final tree, and then we'll have them all. Christ the Redeemer in the capital. Sure. Smash it on that hill. There's still a hill left, right? All the hills. Fantastic. Let's get some all-terrain PMVs. Let's get 5 of them. That seems good to me. And maybe some aircraft carriers I'm not mad at. Let's get 3 nuclear submarines, just in case something goes wrong at sea. And then we'll get Carthage building Christ the Redeemer. Brilliant. Right. Oh, you got away. Okay, so this will be really interesting. So they have, Huck has 11 units, already 12 units, to my 5. So let's see the power of double promoted missile cruisers against these boats. He's got numbers on me! Gold. Yes, gold. It's time for me to womp you. Oh, is it gonna be a womping? Let's see. Oh my god, he did. Yeah, those volleys are fairly conclusive, it would be fair to say. I mean, you are doing 11 damage. You could probably take out one of my missile cruisers. And for that reason, I'm just going to move it off this point, deploy another one, and sink some more ships. Move you up there. Boom. Might take you right out the harbour when we can, because you're a bit weak. Yeah, so as you would expect, these little boats are doing damage. They are definitely hurting my missile cruisers. So the numbers game is one that I could potentially lose, but realistically not. Sail this one out the back and do the same thing we did last time. Just clear enough room so that we can deploy everybody. And actually, we could almost move you up the rear and take another shot. We won't, but we could. Sink you for sure. Brilliant. Good morning. Found the numbers destroy high-tech every game. Makes me want to avoid upgrading till I have overwhelming numbers. Yeah, you're right. You deserve this. Oh, you don't. Good night, Mark. Good night in German time. Okay, yeah. Yeah, absolutely rolled with a few missile cruisers. We might not even lose one, which is brilliant. While those missile cruisers are distracting you, let's move in a little bit closer. Unfortunately, the battlefield is prohibiting me just a fraction. And yes, good call, Ben. We are now hemorrhaging gold. So what we'll do is... Oh my god, the stability. Really? Really? What, from trade with one person?
What can I do for you?
They're in an alliance with purple.
Noble
But
deeds
so am I.
shall we perform next, my honored ally?
Awkward. I'm not entirely sure why I just lost literally every point of stability. Where are we? Looks like it's super close. Super close. Memphis will be okay once Christ the Redeemer is done. Vision Town has been building a lot of districts, it would be fair to say. Let's give it some stability improvements. So +1 stability per researcher, so there's 30. +10 stability on garrison. That's brilliant as well. That might be enough to save it. But if it isn't, and just to be safe, my garrisons are giving me 20. My commons quarters are also giving me 20. So I'll just squeeze, well, where they're in good spots. I'll squeeze a couple of good commons quarters in, and then maybe also just squeeze a couple of garrisons along the edges of the Empire, just for good measure. And that'll hopefully fix the stability there. It should be fine. It looks like it's super close. And you can help us finish Christ the Redeemer. Oh, you are actually also struggling for stability quite a lot. Again, I imagine it's very, very close. Looking at roughly -700 +700. Yeah, it is. It's super close. Let's just do the same thing here. Stability, stability. Maybe get a bunker. Couple of upgrades. And polish it off with maybe a couple of extra garrisons here too. And a couple of cheeky commons quarters. That one literally gives no stability, so I'm not sure why I built that one, but it is what it is. They actually give a nice balance of yields, those common quarters. I like them. Oh yes, that's right, we were sinking you. Boom, boom, boom. Great. Success. And we'll insta-resolve round 2 as well. Right, so there is Huck's entire fleet destroyed almost immediately. I'll bring in the tanks to disembark next turn. Which is now this turn. Gareth Sons for stability. Too right, Ben. Too right.
Importance of faith in everyday life.
And now that the tanks have arrived, let's manually resolve it just to have a look at what it looks like. But I think it could almost be won on an auto-resolve, to be perfectly honest. Our deployment's not great, though. Our deployment, not great. However, you know what's really not great? These units, which thought that they could run at my tank! Oh my god! Oh, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. Talk about the red tide. Look at this. Even our blinking artillery's gonna come in and shoot at you. Oh, it really is devastating. The artillery can shoot over the walls, so it doesn't even care, right? The tanks are like horses. They can't. The artillery, though, I should, clarify. Missile cruisers, rather. Man, they are just rolling all over people. Auto-deploy, smash through the walls. See you later, bucko. There's my militarist star, which I hadn't earned the whole time. And Huck City has fallen. It's given us cultural blessing, which we don't want. We just need one more point towards collectivism, and then I'll have all of those maxed out. The completionist in me wants to move this all the way over to the left as well, so that I have maxed out all of the ideologies along the left-hand side. But that might be overkill. That might be overkill. You would be really the red tide if you were the Soviets. I'm thinking the Australian desert red tide. Yeah. Not the one you were taught in school, but a red tide nonetheless. Okay. We should get the vital infrastructure over here in Carthage as well, shouldn't we? To launch from. So let's get missile silos backed up by airports, backed up by consumer airports. A weird combo, I realize, but definitely needed. Maybe a bit of extra gold could be earned here. Bit of extra food, actually, is really what it needs. Get this belt of foodie agrarian districts running through the middle of town. Love it. Maybe also get the necessary infrastructure in place. Get those stability ones as well, just in case something goes wrong. Brilliant. And we might put you on expert policy. Not that it matters, but we do want science to be the lowest priority and everything else to be the highest. We could actually use a few more merchanty jobs now that I look at it. So let's get some gold people doing gold. Boom. Great success. There's my all-terrain vehicle fleet getting ready. Get those aluminum. Oh yeah, baby. We need to end this war, right? End this war, sue for peace. So, the way that we're going to do that is probably by actually being more aggressive. So, let's sweep these tanks across. Can't do much in the city at the moment, but it's, like I say, as soon as we end the war, we'll be able to. I can actually besiege right here with my missiles. So, let's try and do that. See what kind of damage we can do with these boats. It's pretty easy for us to build another fleet, so I really don't mind if they all sacrifice themselves in for the good of the cause. And of course we got the tanks that we can redeploy as well, so watch this. Watch this absolutely sweeping domination over poor Huck as the tanks deploy. Surprise! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks pop out of nowhere. Turn on basically everybody in sight. Meanwhile, we'll get this boat the heck out of Dodge and bring these ones right into the shoreline. Sink you while I'm here. You're actually kind of weak. I shouldn't have moved you up, but that's okay. I mean, you'll take someone out in the process. Boom, and boom. Oh my god. It's a disaster. It's a disaster for poor old Huck. Maybe you should move that bottom slider away from science if you can, actually. Yeah, right. We move it towards tradition. The only thing is, though, my science is being converted into industry at the moment, so it will hurt my industry a little bit. Welcome along. We've just smashed over triple-digit concurrent live viewers and 69 likes. Thank you very much to everybody who's joining me live. Can we get another like bomb? I reckon we might be able to make it to triple digits, particularly given how devastating this fight has been. My goodness, you poor boy. Feels bad. Can this tank just sweep across? Yeah, it can just shoot across. Boom, boom, and boom. We didn't take a single loss, and there goes another orange city down. Wait, is that it? Did I just accidentally commit a word that starts with G and rhymes with slide? I may have. I think we just wiped Huck out. I'm so sorry. But also not sorry. Strikingly not sorry. Hey, I forgot about this city too. I literally completely forgot about this city. What do we have here? An army of tanks and horses. Mood. Do we have the necessary infrastructure? No. So let's build up on this land, which I said I was going to save. I'm going to build on it now. Let's get the missile silo, the aerodrome, and of course the passenger aeroport as well. That'll just provide enough necessary infrastructure to get this place online. Absolutely brilliant. Too good. Okay. Okay. So we've taken the land that we need. That should force an end to this war, right? Unfortunately, didn't give us the third uranium, but it has given us that third aluminium, which is super important. I may as well claim the Empire State Building while we're here, I suppose. Not sure if I'll build it, but I'll claim it. 15 science for an osmosis. I mean, is that really a breakthrough? It's questionable. Whatever. 15 science out of that. Brilliant. And brilliant. Here is our war score settlement. Hey, I'm just going to really quickly take a quick break. Thank you very much for bombing that like button. It jumped up by like 20. Just going to grab a drink. I will be right back. I'll leave you on this screen because I really won't be long. Alrighty, so... and he was never heard of again. Alright, Huck, I'm listening. My ears are all yours. So we got 215... Vassalize! I just... Okay, tell you what. I'll strike you a deal. Although... I might need this territory to test nukes on. Three Sisters Plantation. This would be a pretty good spot for testing. I'd only have to ransack one thing. And then I want this territory because I want your aluminium. Leaves me in a difficult position to really consider vassalizing you. I guess technically I don't need on na. Ah, but I have to take it. I'm so sorry. There is no other way. There is no other way. I need your land to test nukes on. I would love to vassalize you. It is what it is.
We thank you.
I'm sorry.
We almost feel kinship with you.
It is what it is. I'm so sorry. I would have loved to have left you that city. I would have. But it wasn't meant to be, friend. Okay, so we've got some new cities. And we're going to immediately get the aluminium built. Queue up the copper as well. Let's get our wonderful mines built on top of whatever this crap that you built was. Sorry. Let's also maybe go for... Are you kidding me? You don't have animal barns? What year is it in Huckville? And why are there no animal barns? Ridiculous. What? God. Okay, how about up here? How about here an old Rip Huck? Rip Huck will probably use to test the nukes, right? Oh, but we need that extra uranium, don't we? Okay. Hey! Fryguy 7197! It is so good to see you! For the first super chat of the day, and what an absolute whomper it was! Fryguy 7197 says, how is everything going so far with a very generous $50 super chat? It's going better now! How is it going so far? Great question. Well, we've just swallowed up Huck. The only other resource I need to complete this final Icbm test is another uranium. However, now that we've swallowed Huck and picked up another aluminium, we can start to build the standard nuclear missiles, right? I believe, and someone in chat may be able to correct me if I'm wrong, Brago, but I believe that the standard nukes also count toward the challenge, right? It's not just thermonuclear missiles, is it? The M.A.D challenge, I believe, counts every nuke. I believe. So technically, I don't need the third uranium to start working on this challenge. As you can see, my homeland absolutely secured. Our second city looking absolutely brilliant as well. The one resource I'm short of is that third uranium. Who do we have left in the game? We've got a large purple empire, a relatively small dark blue, and then dark green and a big light green. Where is my third uranium gonna come from? Oh yeah, we should get a Bryguy as well, shouldn't we, Ben? Good idea. Good idea. Let's give, let's make this one Bryguy in honor of a very generous super chat. Bryguy. Boomville. That people call it Boomville. It's like it's, you know, it's, second nickname. Right, okay. I'm pretty sure it's fine for me to start building normal nukes, because I'm pretty sure they count toward the challenge. So let's ditch those, let's smash that out. There's an agrarian star, brilliant, and let's start building some nuclear weapons. Shall we get nuclear missiles or cruise missiles? Obviously it's the nuclear missiles. I'll just build 5, that will be like my first test run. Oh my goodness. Do those scientists make more industry? Yeah, they do. Good call. Let's smash that out. Smash that ahead. Will give us a little bit more industry here. 5 turns now. We're making a nuke a turn, baby. Love the name. I hope so. Oh my goodness, and Huck! I'm so sorry. I missed you. Did you even get an alert? I'll make sure that you did by giving you another one. Huck, the man, the myth, the legend. Also hanging his head in shame after such a fall from grace. Usually Huck's AI is the one that gives me the most challenges. Also a fellow nuclear AI, Huck with a $20 super chat says, for defeating me, even though it wasn't much of a fight. Don't downplay yourself, Huck. You did good. So we have to take Luluban, do we? Luluban says Ben and Huck. I trust your opinions. It probably is Luluban, isn't it? So we grab Luluban, which actually is technically probably not Luluban. It's technically a territory next to it, but that's fine. We'll sweep in here and take Nash. Probably unchallenged, right? So here are some tanks that I prepared earlier. Brilliant. Let's disembark all 5 of them. Lovely. We've got some crappy boats up there that we're not afraid of. Where is my absolute star killer 5 million fleet? Here they are. Shouldn't take them too long to sail around. So we'll set them off. We can probably leave these tanks in Rip Huck. Just in case the Harapans get any crazy ideas. They do at least have guns and planes. So we're slightly fearful of them. Let's just fortify those tanks there. 5 should be enough. Oh, I actually have another 5 units here. Okay, well that's really probably enough. How are you still engaging with me diplomatically? There's nowhere left for you to settle. Get out. Go to war with blue and take Luluban, then I get 2 uranium. Ah, good call. Good call. The M.A.D achievement just says to possess 20 nuclear weapons, so I believe the first nuke option is great. Okay, cool. So, in that case, Memphis, just build me maybe 10 standard nukes. Great. So Memphis is going to work on our first 10. Carthage, we're going to keep Carthage working on gold and the such, I think. Just to keep my gold generation high enough that I can afford the maintenance, right? Because it's not just the upgrades, it's actually the unit maintenance as well that is I'm kind of afraid of. These shared projects are still bothering me quite a lot, although this one is quite small. So let's squeeze this one in. Not really even sure what it is. We're gonna squeeze it in there. What did I just do? Oh, the satellite network! Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow that. Let's work on it in everywhere that is not the capital. Great. Get that satellite network up in a turn. That'll give us all the visibility we need. We also built the first nuclear weapon. There goes the cross through the mighty Huck himself. Also, I think missile silos can only hold 5. Oh, look at you looking out for me after I crushed you. The Horde and Shawnee have fallen. Okay, so I need more missile silos potentially as well. Of course they have a carrying capacity. That makes total sense. Let me just fill up this land with more missile silos than you can count. Just in case. Oh my goodness, we can actually... I mean, the challenge is to keep these nukes in reserve. But we could, just to make our job that little bit easier, launch a nuke at Luluban.
You have come to annoy me? Challenge accepted.
There are times, like now.
I demand that they declare war. Wait, am I at war with the Chinese?
Any day we
No, we've got an ally. I've got an alliance with the Chinese, but I'm bullying my neighbor into surrendering with them. That makes much more sense. Let me refuse those demands. Get out of here. My war support is good enough, I think, that we can probably just go in. They can hold 8? Well, we've got plenty of capacity now regardless, friend. Hey, Jacob, good timing. We are just cracking into nuke time. I reckon we do a test launch for good measure. Just to make sure that our nukes are working properly. Let's launch a nuke at Luluban before we get the troops there. It'll also take out the standing army. Alright. Hey, guess what? Surprise! It's me! And I'm here to fight you! And let's send this standard nuclear missile, right? 81 combat strength. And fire it at... It's tempting to strike it to Karl. But I think we'll strike Luluban.
Somebody had to have that planetary first.
Let's give it a cheeky test run. See how it goes. As you may or may not know, in Humankind, there is a 1-turn delay between a nuke firing and a nuke hitting. It's to give your opponents a chance. So we will strike at Luluban. We might also strike it to Karl, but I do need to keep them in reserve. I'm very aware of. So we'll do that. Staying at full honor is good. This will put me at maximum collectivism. Woohoo! Now I'm actually really tempted to see if we can move our civics all the way the other way. Away from plus 10% science and toward plus 4 faith. I want to see if we can do tradition. I'll keep that as sort of a sub-goal in the back of my mind. Here we go, baby. Okay, so first nuke is on the way to Luluban, which means that the tanks can actually still move in and get quite close here. And we'll sail the fleet along. There's a little standing army there that would love a taste of a nuclear weapon. But we'll leave them be for the time being. Let's disembark these all-terrain vehicles, my Australian special. And Rip Huck can get working on some of our unique districts, I guess. This land is not very well developed. Huck did not build the best empire. It's gotta be said. It's gotta be said. This empire's not great. Let's also get the necessary nuke infrastructure and other good guy infrastructure in place. I'm talking airports, I'm talking missile silos, you name it, we've got it. and maybe a couple of hamlets as well, just to make sure there are enough jobs here to support a growing population, which is being fed, of course, by excess food pumping out of the capital as well. Speaking of, let's make sure that the capital's yields are as good as they can possibly be, and queue up an Empire State Building for it as well. There's not even any space for the Empire State Building. We're gonna have to cram it over this side of the world. Brilliant. And just keep building those nukes, right? All day, baby. Nuke, 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 nuke. Lunar lander? There, right? Down here is where we want to build some stuff, but not the lunar lander, probably. I reckon I can squeeze this in over Carthage somewhere still. Or maybe not, actually. We've developed that pretty heavily. Maybe we build it in Rip Huck, and then we test nukes up in Zululand once we take that. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. One turn. Brilliant. Oh, look, and here's our nuke. We're flying to the moon this way. We're launching nukes that way. Let's see how it goes. Our first test run on the city of Luluban. Oh, God, I love that mushroom cloud. God, I love that mushroom cloud. 200 fame and second project of that type. Interplanetary expedition. Let's have a look at what was left behind. Oh. Poor Luluban. Let's take it. Let's take it. We can actually probably take Tikal with the fleet here too, I reckon. I've got another nuke, which I could launch. But I might just hold off on it, because I really need to capture this land as a priority. So let me get up here and claim this territory off poor Blue. Ripperoo. Again, I'm just watching my civics. Unfortunately, I need to kind of take this one.
You have reached the end of an ideology axis. Of all the epithets other empires may use for you, wishy-washy won't be one of them.
Okay. Okay. So, what we do is, we send these units onto land, right? Send the tanks over. Where do we want to even place the city? It can't be built on the nuclear wasteland. So we have to sort of awkwardly build it around it while we repair it. Let's just build it here. And immediately hoover up the uranium. That luxury. We can actually use our influence to build a strip mining complex, which I love. Let's do that. This is the most industrious outpost you've ever seen. Oh my goodness, you're right. Here we go, Huck. We are 11 likes away from our triple-digit tile. Is that land still usable? Well, it's largely nuked. I believe we can clear ruins. Can I reforest it? No, I can't. But look at these beautiful forests we can plant out here. My goodness, no one will ever know any better because of the beautiful forests that surround the nuclear wasteland. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Which one do I want next? Probably this. Although, we may as well push onto a city while we're here. None of them really have resources that I love, but this one's only got 4 pop, so let's move on that. That should give us the war score we need to end the war. And actually, while we're here, I did say I'd do this. So let's do this. Insta victory. Right, we hoover that up with literally no problems whatsoever. Our missile cruisers are so good. They just cruised in and took Tikal like there was no tomorrow. I'll scare you off too, absolutely. Brilliant. Any other ships floating around? There are a few up there. I'll chase them away. And like I say, let's move in here and grab this low pop, fairly undefended city with our army of tanks as we sweep across. Dependent nation of zombies. Biggest flaw of this game is that I never have a standing army. I keep my troops until I'm at peace, then I delete them. It's a bad habit that's groupy. Any tips? Jacob, I can actually empathize with that. I tend to also not prioritize having a standing army. I don't usually go to the trouble of deleting mine afterwards. I think the big motivation for you probably has to be it probably has to be getting those military stars. And the fact that maybe you're earning them already, but I imagine you're probably not earning your military stars every era, right? You may not need to. It may not actually be a problem for you. It doesn't have to be. But I would try and use the military stars as my motivation if I were you. I would be thinking, okay, military stars are just as important as any other, and maybe you don't even need to go to war with the you know, the idea that you're just gonna have this like sweeping victory and destroy your opponent, because that might not be the goal. The goal might just be a border skirmish. You take a city, they take a city, and you wipe peace out of the war, you know? It doesn't have to be zero or hero, conquest or nothing. So my advice would be, in general, to have a little standing army and really focus on the military stars. Because they're worth, in most cases, just as much as any other. So why not treat them the same? Why not go for the border skirmishes? A couple of other side tips I would just really quickly throw at you. The first one could be, if your cities are on low stability, they'll produce rebels, and you can use your units to fight those rebels, so there's one. And then, of course, the second one is independent tribes, right? What are the role of independent tribes here? Yeah, I would also question that. Okay. This is big for us! Now we can do the final Icbm test, and my goodness, it is an absolute whomper. Where are we even going to be able to fit it? The good news is, though, we don't have to do it, because we can now just build thermonuclear weapons. Let's queue up 5 in this city. And you can see that, in general, my scientists are still the most beneficial. So, let's chuck it on expert policy. Fang, golden science ahead of everything else. Nice. Right, you can work on that. We should probably now jump back to the capital of Benfis and just check how it's doing. It's doing wonderfully. Let's queue up a couple of thermonukes for it as well. Brilliant. Carthage, how are you doing? You're actually ready. Finally. Yeah, this test is going to be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. It's not going to fit there at all. You know what? While we're waiting on you, do you want to just also queue us up 1,000,000 nukes? Thank you kindly. Shall we take some more land while we're here? Probably. Yeah. In fact, you know what? Let's actually launch another nuke, because we have some spare. Let's send one up to... We can just reach that outpost. Do I want to nuke that outpost? That feels like overkill, doesn't it? It feels a little bit overkillish. I would love to be able to reach one of those other cities. Wondering if we shift a nuke ahead there. Yeah, let's shift a nuke ahead there. And, give that a go. The one warrior still left here. Go you! Go you! We'll chase down this winged hussar. My last game I bought influence on independence, but no, it resets every time you killed their army. Yeah, it does. If you fight them, you'll lose your influence. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. There's a swift victory. What are these? What are those chariots? Go you! My tanks know better. Yeah, get out of my way. And where are my boats? Here they are. They're coming up to intercept these boats. Should be quite easy. In fact, it should be dead easy. And then let's go here. I'll spend a bit of cash to get that nuke done slightly quicker.
It looks like someone is planning something larger than birthday fireworks.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so many nukes, it's not even funny. Okay, grab that. You can just sit there for the time being. Just position a unit here in Tikal. And I'm wondering if I can push through a third city before I'm forced to give up. I reckon I probably can, and I think we just send the tanks in. I'm feeling so... No, let's manual but auto, right? We'll manual but auto it just so we can watch what happens, just in case. But I think you're gonna see a fairly similar picture, right? Tanks roll up, dudes who are not tanks run at tanks. Tanks blow you up. Brilliant. Hey, look, we're building the Taj Mahal in San Lorenzo. Don't forget that. Okay, and now what we can do is launch a thermonuclear missile at the city of Leventa.
Really
This is going to be a fairly devastating blow.
place in history is assured.
Do you have manufactories
But it
on
may
any
not be the one
resources?
you dream.
Yes, I do. Yeah, we got them. We got them as soon as we could. In fact, we rushed patronage. Let's just finish up the Empire State Building, I guess. I actually don't want to generate extra war score this turn, so we will end the turn so that this bad boy... I just got the achievement for holding 10 nukes, by the way, so we are halfway there. Let's see what the thermo nuke does to a city, shall we? Oh, and by the way, we just figured out how to use howitzers. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, that is nasty. That is nasty. And in the same turn, my battered and bruised army of tanks is going to roll in here and do, you guessed it, exactly the same as they did last time. Insta-destruction. As we roll through and sort of inadvertently wipe dark blue off the map as well. Sorry, friend. Oh, actually, no, look, they have one more city. How annoying. You know what? I've got something for that.
Target acquired.
I've gone mad with power! Oh, dear. Oh, it feels bad. Should we sink their ships while we're here? Why not? Oh, really? Okay, in that turn, I'm gonna pop another nuclear missile over from the capital. Big rip in chat, alright. Huge rips in chat. Krakow Island. Oh dear, there was a unit standing there. Did anybody see that? Ripperoo. Ripperoo to what was a very beautiful island. Well, that's one way to do it. What's our pollution looking like? We're still at level 0, although we are rapidly encroaching level 1, actually. Quite rapidly encroaching level 1. Gonna have to move quickly. Let's now move into full... Oh, look, they've got another territory there. Oh, and they've got another one there. Oh, clean up crew. Clean up crew to Isle 2, please. Clean up crew to Isle 2. Launch one at November as well. Basically, I'm just going to try and wipe this planner out while we're here, right? So there's that one. Oh, look, and we could actually... This is really overkill. But actually, there is also an outpost here that I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get to this turn. Do we have nukes stationed at any other silo? There must be some somewhere. Surely this city's got one that we could use, right? Let's have a look at our overview. Air units. Oh shoot, these are in the wrong place. They're in Carthage. That's awkward. I don't think the Icbm will have the range to reach there, will it? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll send this unit over. And send these units down. Chase you up as well while we're here. Great success. Don't need to see that one play out in front of our eyes to know that that's a wampa. Oh, shoot, here goes another nuke. You're gonna complete all the Warmonger achievements. Are there others? Have we stockpiled 20? We have not stockpiled 20. I'm just launching a couple just for fun. Just to sort of wipe out the scourge that is dark blue. As I maniacally laugh my way through. Oh my goodness, where are these cities coming from? Seriously. Maybe we could hit that this way from Carthage. Carthage has got so many thermonukes, it's not even funny. 2 Australians, we need to strike here. No, we cannot quite reach it. Couldn't nuke any of these ones, but we'll just hold. Right, so there's 3 thermonukes there. You need to... Oh, actually, hold on. Another turn has passed, hasn't it? Alright, let's just wipe out this city as well. Really just clear off the continent. The biplane flies. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry, tank. You're going to be too late. Going to be a little bit too late. But we will need it to claim the land anyway, so let's just hoon the tanks down on top of the river. Send the missile cruisers back somewhere central to heal. And... you can probably destroy that. Okay, in that turn, here goes another nuke. This is just a standard nuclear missile, by the way. I bet blue is at 100. They ought to be. Let's have a look. Nuke 3 different players. And kill all players. Nuke an ally. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. So, there goes blue almost entirely wiped out. Let's just hoon down here and claim this territory. Actually, we should claim it right up north if we want to use this land to do anything else. Let's use our influence to smash out a cheeky district. Could even turn this into a city. Sure, let's do it. We're turning it into a city. Because why not? Maybe. Attach that up. Let's have a look.
I cannot teach you wisdom.
Their war support is at 100, so the war's not going to end anytime soon. Why? Because I am constantly bombarding them with nuclear weapons. Oh, see you, Jacob. Have a spooktacular time? Question mark? Okay, great. Oh, this is absolutely brilliant. Do I not have this land claimed either? Oh, this one wasn't nuked. Awkward. Let's maybe, like, pillage it or something. Or I could just nuke it, I guess. I mean, I've got nukes to spare. Sure. Oh, let me nuke myself! Okay, fine. So we've got 0 pop city there, 0 pop city there, 15 there. Where else are you left? Just there. That is it. The only spot. Can I reach that at all? We have a missile silo. Let's just queue up a few nukes here anyway. That is not a nuke. 12 turns! Jeez. Anybody would think you just appeared out of nowhere with no industry. Oh, we need some missile silos here too. Alrighty, let me get one at this end. Oh, actually, just one at that end is probably fine. Get one as far over there as I can. Yoink. Maybe... I don't actually think you can rebase them in this game, which is really annoying. Thermonuclear missile. Can you reach? No. We might just be at war with them forever. This just may be... this just might be our life now. We're just constantly at war with literally everyone. Let's send the fleet over towards purple in case they need to be worked on. Go, Sydney. What a disaster. You're right. Absolute disasterville. A couple of missile silos. Is there anywhere in the world that we're even going to be able to do this test? I'm not sure. Let's go World Wide Web and maybe mechanized harvesting and automation for a couple of good industry upgrades. Triple digits! We did it! Go you! Absolutely brilliant.
If you're going to go for
There's the
economic
Empire State Building
formation
as well.
The Empire State Building will provide
This
the offices
stupid
to
unit
plan
is just
and
really
execute.
grinding my gears. Alright, now let's go Mega Nuke Production Mode 5 million. We can't quite get that upgrade, which is super frustrating. But hopefully not the end of the world. So, where are we? Need an aerodrome, and I guess I need missile silos. Alright, let's get 2 missile silos down. I was going to say in places of strategic importance, but that's probably not true. Let's just build one there, and one there. Lovely. And then queue up all the nukes. Once the silo is built, we'll be able to. And then I guess we just start building and start firing, right? One day we'll be getting over 500 and then 1,000. I don't know about that. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I appreciate the support, though, Huck. I so do. Okay. Sure. Let's just queue up nukes for the rest of time. May as well get that industry upgrade, I guess. And actually... No, let's just queue up nukes for the rest of the time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And Landraiser. Nice. Okay, you need more nukes. Ooh, what does this do? Plus 30% combat strength against air unit garrison and plus 2 pollution. Probably don't want additional pollution. Probably don't need military bunkers of our own. Let's go industry, baby. Maybe a bit of science too, because science is industry. And then you guessed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15 queued up there. Nah, and Memphis... Oh, Memphis is going absolutely ham-taro. It's got enough military silos to go nuts for days, so let's help it do that. I'll just get that infrastructural upgrade, and then... let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 15 queued up in Memphis as well. And to complete the set, it wouldn't be a set without... let's ensure that Carthage has enough missile silos to yeet stuff literally into the stratosphere. And industry upgrade, food upgrade, and you guessed it, team. Can you read my mind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Alright, all the nukes. Activate plan nuke. You know what, Sydney? You do you. You do you, Sydney. Let's get you some missile silos, though, just to make sure that you can do you. Nice. Whew. Okay. Did you get the 20 achievement? I count 20. I didn't see it pop up. Probably because I launched a couple. Maybe it took away from it. But now let's keep count. I'll tell you as soon as I get the 20, and then we'll be able to hopefully sort of roughly keep check after that. It might get a little bit crazy, but we'll try our best. Might need to go back through the VOD tally just to make sure. Yeah. I mean, I will let you know as soon as I see it pop up. I didn't see it. I could have missed it, granted, but I didn't see it. I guess we build nukes here too. Industry here is not as good as it is elsewhere, though. So maybe we just get a couple of industrial districts to finish out this little continent. The little island that was. Oh, I should be saving my gold though, shouldn't I? Because we can't afford to land razor all day, baby. Okay. I must have the achievement. Surely. I'll just check Steam just in case. No, I haven't got it yet. I haven't got it. I've got the Deterrence Era possess 10 nukes. Oh, there it goes! It just ticked through this turn. Achievement unlocked. M.A.D. So every nuke from here is a bonus nuke above. However, P. Draghi has mentioned... too bad the Sydney Opera House didn't get built in Sydney. That is a mood. You did mention that I could get some other achievements, right? By firing some nukes at my allies, nuking every player on the map. So we'll go for those too. We might as well while we're here. And actually, I would love to wipe out the Zulu, but I don't have a military base very close to them, do I? It's probably Rip Huck, and it's probably launching from there. Rip Huck is actually producing a missile for us. Let's put Rip Huck on builder mode as well, just to speed that along. I'm hemorrhaging so much gold it's not even funny, so it might be a good idea to turn ourselves off collective minds where we can. Probably this turn. And I'm pretty sure that if we stick with the tried and true Fission Town coming off collective minds... sorry, Landrazor. I always get them confused. If we take this off Landrazor now for a little bit, I've got to nuke 3 players. Okay, well we've already nuked 2. 1 extra nuke per like. Bring it on! Bring it on! Okay, we're close to beating the Zulu, so we have to nuke them again. How can I do that? Oh, I also need to claim this. Let's actually hoon these tanks down here and claim that. Okay, is the nuke in Rip Huck ready? Shoot, it's not. Can I launch a nuke at them from anywhere else? I don't think we have the range, particularly because we haven't been able to complete that last Icbm test. And I don't... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really think there's even anywhere that we will be able to. Potentially up here, actually, now that everything's been wiped out. But it just doesn't quite fit around those horses, and I think they get in the way. Yeah, that's still going to be a hold-up, but it is what it is. Working conditions. Feel like that's the least of our concerns. Oh, there goes the war prematurely ending, I believe. That's fine. Let us take what is rightfully ours, which is probably everything. And then force them to become a vassal? Yeah, let's just take everything we can.
So nice.
Boom. Rip Huck, you urgently produced the nuke, but it was to no avail. However, maybe now that we have this absolute mess up here, look at how dreadful this is. Oy vey. I think we need to... We've now got 12 cities, which is just ridiculous. I think what we need to do is actually pillage a couple of these. Merge a couple of these. Try and bring them together in some sort of logical fashion. So let's merge Sydney with Quabalabalabu, whatever it is. And... Sorry, pronunciation help needed. It was meant to be a funny Australian gag, but it didn't stick. And then go... There's not going to be anywhere, is there? Hey, Jason, good to see ya! Jason with a $5 super chat says, lucky day for me. A client cancelled last minute, but surf was up, and now I find Jumbo Broadcasting. Thank you so much, Jason. Welcome in. You've joined us at a very spicy time, too. Very spicy time. I mean, we can nuke them anyway. You're right. We don't need the ICBM test. It would just be nice for completion's sake, really. A little bit of extra, you know, bit of extra... Hoogie what's it. But that's okay. That's okay. You tried the nuke allies capital, but it didn't work. Thanks, Huck. Well, I can try it. I can try that for you.
Maybe? No?
I can definitely try that for you. I just want to claim this land as well. I just sort of need a unit, don't I? We do have those tanks coming up there, and we don't actually need them to go anywhere else, because I've got that all-terrain vehicle working down south. So I'll send them up there, we'll claim that. Oh shoot, we've also got Takal. Surely we can absorb that into the capital. Not for 123 influence, you can't. Yikes! The capital looks like it's full of missiles, so we'll have to select a new missile base. There you go. Now it can start building them again. I have to keep an eye on that, because the game won't automatically swap to the next missile base. It will just basically just stand there and stare at me until I do it, which is super annoying. If we build infrastructure here, it may become cheaper to attach, and my goodness doesn't need infrastructure. In fact, it will become cheaper to attach. So let me just work through. It can just do its basic infrastructure. We don't care about it that much. Pillage and burn my new lands to the north. I don't need them. Absolutely agree. Let's do it. The tanks are going to take down Alundi next. Might leave this one because it's got Taj Mahal, right? This one probably has value, but this one doesn't. So let's just destroy it, claim it, and merge it up to Sydney. Sydney. San Lorenzo... Sure, you can build the Taj Mahal. Because why not? And would you like to start building me nukes as well? Probably no point building districts now either. Really. And just help us finish the Taj Mahal. It needs to be done. And then these tanks are just chomping at the bit to move into Harappa. But we'll leave them stationed there for now. And I suppose we just build a few more nukes while we're here. Might get the industrial improvements in first though. Just to help the city along a little bit. And then, sure, let's queue up 5 more nukes. Brilliant. Gonna go and have some breakfast. Oh, enjoy. Enjoy, William. Spam nukes. Like spam for nukes. I'm gonna have to nuke spam for likes, more like. Okay, so there's a full battalion of them there. Battalion? It's probably not a battalion. I'll allow it. Learning on cities. I mean, it's turning into industry, so
You're
sure.
at the end of an ideology axis?
And then
Well,
over
there's
here
something to be
in
said
the
for
new city of
unswerving
Sydney,
dedication to
we
one
likely have some resources and shite to build and connect and so on and so forth. Why is this not? Oh, this is connected to Tikal. Is it? Who owns this land? Who owns Nash? It is Tikal, isn't it? I'm just wondering why the uranium improvement is not able to be built. Have I already scheduled it? No. That is quite odd. Has it been destroyed? Did I nuke it? Oh, I may have nuked it. Whoops. Anyway, look, we've got territories to claim, outposts to claim. So let's claim those and continue moving. And continue hooking stuff up to Sydney. Great success. Sure. And this all-terrain vehicle, let's capture this somewhere sort of out of the way. Like right over in that corner. Go you! Okay.
The Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal's
is
been
indeed
completed.
a stunning mausoleum.
That was a nice
If you
pickup.
want to be together forever,
Shift
hard
this
to
unit
choose
here,
a nicer
because I'm
place.
scared of the biplanes. Not. Here's a nuclear missile that we could launch. Could just launch it at those boats just for fun. I can't. Right, so apparently nuking our allies' capital is a nuke-worthy achievement. So, let's find an ally.
What?
So we're allied with the Mexicans, brilliant. We are also allied with
As
the Chinese. The Australians nuking the Chinese has kind of a fun ring to it. Although, of course, really, the punching bag of all time is the Aztecs. Would you like to be my ally?
Here's a proposal to get your heart racing.
There's just no way to make this work. I do not accept.
Sorry, did they just decline?
Surprising.
Are you shitting me?
You fix the situation, or you.
You are asking for trouble.
Have you not?
Okay, well, they're not my ally, but I mean... Is this some kind of joke? Do I look like a joke to you? Do we have a missile silo here? I thought we did. Yes, we do. Why can I not build nukes? There is not a valid spawn point. Huh? Let's get the militarized aerodrome and the missile silo there then. Okay, once that's established, we could attach it up to Boomville or Riphuck. Actually, their options are almost endless. This army is going to settle a very crappy outpost. Oh, that's what you get for nuking the world. Alright, we're establishing an outpost down here. It's a 4-3. 3 gold stars and trader. They didn't accept! I was like, come on, be my ally. And they were like, no, I know what you do to your allies. Come on, man. Help a brother out. Oh, dear. Wait, am I just full on nukes overall? Because I'm pretty sure I have missile silos to build these in. Oh, we're mutinous. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Let me fix that. There you go, Chief. Get your frickin' commons quarters online. That'll help the stability in San Lorenzo. Should just check if it's all good everywhere else. No, it is fine. Look, even in Tikal it's growing. We're actually okay. We're marginally not okay here. Marginally. I'll just fill this island with commons quarters. It'll be Commons Island. Although, really, we don't actually need to be at max stability now. My influence generation is not that important. What is important to me is nukes. All the nukes. Speaking of Sydney, do you possess any land? Nah. Not within my borders. District is being constructed. It's a bit tight. Looks like that's probably going to be too tight as well. In theory there, maybe. Maybe. But I think the resources get in the way. Which is pretty disappointing. You know what? We can never have too many nukes. So why don't you just give me 5 nukes in Sydney as well. You, my friend, would also love to produce a few nukes, but your industry sucks! Jeepers. Why is it so bad? Get some necessary, you know, just infrastructures and upgrades and stuff there. Try and boost that city up a bit. Now that we've got that, I think we attach it to Bryguy. And just checking to see if I can do this Icbm test here. I can't. It's Wasteland. I've queued up those districts. I'll just check. I'm pretty sure that resource gets in the way. And the way that we can tell is, yeah, so when I place it there, there shouldn't be anything that is colliding with it. It's either the ruins or the resource. I'm not sure which, but it's not there. So that's fine. Let's go for, I guess you just want to produce me some cheap nukes here. Just queue up a couple of those. We are nearing the end game. I'm conquering a lot of wasteland, it would be fair to say. A lot of wasteland. Let's maybe launch a nuke at our ally now then as we move up to turn 250. See if we can grab that achievement. I really wanted green to ally with me.
All those of honest intent, I hear.
They just really don't seem to want to. So we'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget. But I guess let's nuke an ally. Let's go for the player in second, the Chinese.
No other empire can match your successes. When history recalls the deeds of this era,
yes.
Your name will be the
Thank
one
you,
that is
narrator.
most
I
often
agree with everything you've just said and more. Right. Let us launch a cheeky nuke. Where do we have them stationed? I'd like to launch it from Sydney because that's a nice launch to Mohenjo-daro. Other launch locations, maybe up here. Maybe. Still not letting me build nukes here though, which is... well, it is what it is. Not sure about why. I'll just get a fleet queued up there of aircraft carriers and the such. So it looks like our launching station will be from Rip Huck, Sydney, and can we maybe get a third one in somewhere else? From Carthage, right? Alright, let's do it. So, we're gonna do a triple pronged attack, okay? First up, we'll take a thermonuclear missile from this silo and fire at Constantinopolis. Oh no! Can we even nuke our allies at all? It looks like I cannot target my ally, which I suppose makes sense.
As always, with a smile.
Yeah, I wonder how that achievement is even a thing. I don't have a missile silo in Hesiong. Which one is that? Sydney, Prague, Ripak. Haven't I built two? It's that island, isn't it? Oh, that territory's been claimed as well. Sorry, got distracted. I'll just... There's no buildable land here even. Ridiculous. I'll give it a harbour at least. Right, yes, so over in Hesiong, Hanseong, missile silo. I most definitely have a missile silo. Look, there it is. I'm pretty sure I have two now. Yeah, look, there's another one. And they're not full. Break alliance, declare war, nuke. Oh, right. So there isn't actually an achievement for nuking an ally. Bye-bye Earth, I guess? I suppose it is bye-bye Earth. I suppose. Any territories unclaimed? No. Might station you there. 7 nukes, 8 nukes down here, just waiting to go. This one needs a new missile silo to spawn them in. Does it have one? I'm not sure. I'll build it a silo and then come back to it. Let's reform children's rights. I just got the achievement Extremism! Be at the max or minimum ideological values simultaneously. Good stuff. There's another achievement for this achievement run.
Tell me,
Brilliant.
how we become
I don't need to trade with you.
No.
You mean nothing to me. As we move through into turn 250, I am conscious of a couple of things that I was trying to do toward the end of last turn. First and foremost, I think it makes sense to attach this up Om nom nom. There's an expansionist start. Amazing. Secondly, we need to go to the island. Where are you? Stupid island. How do I keep losing it? There it is. Buried in a sea of green. I don't think it would be the fact that there are units there, but I'll just restation them anyway. Yeah, no, just really not having a bar of it. Nuke the capital of an empire that was an ally at the turn beginning. Okay! Brilliant! Thank you, Huck. I appreciate that confirmation. Right, so we can definitely do that one as well. So let's do that. What we'll do first is just, I guess, seeing as this city can't really do anything else, which is a bit awkward, let's get it doing that symposium, because that's worth 50 fame. Okay, so where is a capital that is within range of me? So it looks like Kerma is that capital, and Babylon is that one. They are really far away from me. Kerma's hard to hit. I don't think I can hit it from either with the current range. Let's see. I can't hit Kerma from there. Oh, look, you've got a silo there to fill up. I can't hit Kerma from there either. I'm limited a bit. So what I probably need then is a carrier. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Okay, maybe then we go for Babylon instead. Fission Town's range isn't going to do it either, is it? Is there a way that I can transport them on a cruiser of some kind? Can transport aircraft? Do missiles count as aircraft in this game? I don't know. Let's find out. Not quite sure how we're getting that cultural osmosis, but whatever, I'll allow it. Okay, so slightly annoying. We continue the build-up of nukes, of course. Where did I build that silo? Boom, there you go. Now you can start pumping out nukes into that silo. We got Memphis nearly filled up that one. It'll be filling up some more in a few turns. San Lorenzo, hope they know. We could maybe use an aggressive missile silo here too, but I will just quickly check. Hallelujah! Oh my god, we can do it. Yes! Boom. There's our Icbm test upgrade that we managed to sneak in here up north in Icbmville. I always default to Ville. I'm so sorry. Right, so that test is done. Fantastic. Can we also, while we're here, maybe do a Mars colony just for fun? Brilliant. Is there a transfer or move button? No. Nuclear submarine. Nuclear submarines are powered, yeah. So the nuclear submarine is powered by uranium. You told me great success. Absolutely brilliant, actually. That is a really great success. I'll produce this aircraft carrier anyway. I don't think it can carry nukes. I don't think there's a way to carry them at all. But, my goodness, we're going to try. Because there's no move button. So actually, I'm not even sure what I'm thinking. There is no relocate button, so I'm not sure I'm going to actually be able to relocate anything, right? So what do we got? Let's have a look, actually. We've got heal, we've got upgrade, we've got disband, and then we've got nuclear strike. And those are our only options. So this aircraft carrier is entirely useless. Keep up the great work.
Compared to this 20 territory Behemoth,
However, from
other cities,
Fission Town, now that we've got our nuclear missiles upgraded, I reckon we can probably hit Babylon. Probably. So let's reposition, build some nukes in that base in a turn. I'll just check also that Carthage can't do anything with its New range. Oh my god, it can. Okay, so there is allegedly an achievement, not allegedly, I have it on very good authority, that there's an achievement for nuking one of our allies. Okay? So, let's nuke our ally. So, go the Chinese, they are my biggest threat and currently in an alliance with me. So I'm gonna break the alliance, which is gonna upgrade my trader badge to the best trader level of all time. Here's their capital, the capital city of Kerma. It's got 39 population, it's got the Colossus of Rhodes, it's got some wonderful Moreau pyramids left from a very ancient era, but also some Vok warehouses. Look, there's some biplanes hooning around. It's an absolutely brilliant place to be. Have a look at their districts. You can see it's, yeah, fairly well focused. Fairly well focused. Alright, Kerma. Let's go Carthage. Let's go our most powerful nuclear missile we can produce. 100 combat strength on the thermonuclear missile. And let's send a strike to Kerma. I need to declare war first.
This does.
Declare war. Boom. There's the war declaration in the same turn. Now, off to the nuclear missile. I am absolutely loving this moment. Nuclear strike! Oh, Kerma. So, as you know in Humankind, it takes a turn, right? We sort of give them forewarning, missile launching, and then they have a turn to retaliate. Just to ensure that that doesn't happen, I'm going to launch a second thermonuclear missile at another one of their cities. We're actually going to go with Constantinopolis is going to be hit by another thermonuke out of another base out of Carthage. Am I done there? So I can only attack from each base per turn, I believe. I don't believe I can schedule more than one nuke from each base. No. But that is the advantage of having multiple bases, is that I can strike multiple times. I also note over here in Rip Huck, we have some other nukes. These are just standard nukes. Let's send a standard nuke at the city of Harappa. That seems like a fun thing to do. And anyone else? Anyone else? Well, actually, Sydney also has a standard but double promoted nuclear missile that it can fire across at Mohenjo-daro. So let's also do that. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Okay, so now we have 4 nuclear missiles launching 4 Chinese cities. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually only 2 that we're not striking this turn. Wow. The graphics may end up glitching out after multiple nukes. Everybody brace yourself. This may crash the stream. This may very well crash the stream as I end this turn, or my game. I'm not sure.
Once again.
Let's see. As we roll through. Oh, and a super chat rolls through. I will address that very quickly, and then I will end the turn. Dwayne, 111. 111. With a 5 CHF super chat says, love your content and your positive vibes. Happy to see a stream live for once. Greetings from Zurich. Hey, Zurich. A place I would love to visit one day. Thank you so much for the super chat. How many millions of people are being brutalized in this turn? I don't know. This one goes out to you, friend, as we launch 4 missiles against an unsuspecting Chinese foe. Ugh, brace yourself for impact, team. This is going to be ugly. I was just going to try and see if I could launch one more, but I think that that's too greedy, and I don't think that I actually have, I mean, I definitely have nukes, but I don't think they have the range, right? If we go thermo nuke, just have a look here. Yeah, not even close, not even close. But we are striking 4 nukes this turn, so without any further ado, cross your fingers and hope for the best. Positive vibes and nuclear apocalypses. Let's go. A nice close strike. Boom! Boom! Oh! Okay. So. 3 nukes successfully went off and destroyed the cities. Take a look at this peninsula. Absolutely wiped out. Over here as well. This city totally wiped out. However, Kerma survived. Huh. Kerma freaking survived. Let's hit it again with a thermonuclear strike. Cannot be done without a target on tile. What do you mean? I don't... Why did it survive? Why did their capital survive? It didn't crash the game, so that's a great start. The fact that the capital survived, though, leaves me feeling a little bit jilted. Not gonna lie. A little bit jilted. The game is a little confused, I think. It's so confused. I'm not sure what just happened. I definitely did not get that achievement. Save and reload. I should be okay. Kerma survived the blast, but the jury's still out on the fallout. Super nuke. Let's end that turn. I think the game is still functioning properly. I suspect maybe they had something which prevented the missile. Potentially some anti-air units, maybe some infrastructural upgrades, I don't know. The save is corrupted now, are you sure? Reload for the achievement. It has Sam. Okay, we want to reload for the achievement, alright. We'll try. We'll try. I suspect it was because it had some sort of defense though, surely. Do we quickly save scum? We'll do a cheeky save scum, just quickly. Obviously, I'm not going to change anything. I'm absolutely still nuking them, but, yeah, maybe there is more work to be done.
With a 20-territory city, the good old days.
I don't know what I mean by either.
Okay,
Okay, so we redo, right? Let's reschedule these strikes. Go thermo nuke. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to go. Let's try it again. Break alliance. And then they immediately offer me one back. Do you think that's messing with it?
We may have shared interests.
I'm not sure, but either way I have to refuse. Declare war. Brilliant. You've seen this once before, so I won't beat around the bush. Let's send a thermonuclear missile to their capital. Right, that will queue up that launch this turn, and it'll strike next turn. Let's also send a thermonuclear missile to Constantinople, to the Never Eat Soggy west of the capital. And just as last time, Rip Huck will yeet a missile at Harappa. And Sydney is feeling particularly generous, and it's going to yeet a missile to Mohenjo-daro, right? So there are 4 lined up. Maybe just 1 nuke. Try sending 2 at the same city. I don't believe that is a possibility. We'll try this once more, and if it doesn't work, then we'll get super creative. But let's do it. The big strike. Nuke number 1. Boom. So that's Constantinople. And then we jump over to the other peninsula. 2, 3, boom, boom. That one failed to blow up. But it did. And again, Kerma survived. I suspect Kerma has some sort of anti-missile technology that protected it this turn. However, we do still have another ally that we could declare on. So we do have purple up our sleeve, right? So we can still test this around with purple.
How are you today?
Let's push some demands on them. Try and generate a bit of extra war support. It looks like maybe it's bugged out again. Launching too many nukes is buggy as hell. Maybe just 1 nuke. 3 nukes at a time seems to guarantee a bug. Okay, we'll try one more time. We'll experiment one more time. Let's go back to turn 255. And I'll just try 1 nuke at the capital. I'm fairly certain the capital has defenses, which is why it's not being destroyed. However, the fact that the game is glitching out more broadly is of course an issue. So yeah, let's just try 1 nuke. I'm pretty sure I launched a thermo nuke, not a regular one, but and at least one of those tries. But sure, we'll try 1 more time.
Compared to this 20-territory Behemoth, most other cities should be referred to as neighborhoods.
Oh, you know what? Actually, we could turn the tides and try it on someone else. We could launch it at Babby.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
My demand for reparations. My demand.
Okay. Apparently I didn't use a thermonuke. Whoops. Alright, we'll just go a really simple launch then, shall we? 2 nukes and stop the turn following fire 2 more. Okay. Okay, so here is a thermonuclear missile. As you can see, I will launch that. But first, a message from our sponsor.
A mystery.
Breaking alliances, refusing alliances,
I am angry, and this
and
does
declaring wars. Brilliant. Alright. Let us go. 1 thermonuclear missile. Here it is. Thermonuclear. Brilliant. It must have to be from this silo? Yes, it does. Wow, it is a close race. Alright, thermonuclear missile. Right, here it is. Click, 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 click. Selected. Launched at Kerma. I used the regular nuke twice. Yikes. I just can't even believe I would do that. That is ridiculous. Alright. This time, for sure, you are my witness.
Tell me. Once again.
And I'm just going to end the turn. I'm not going to do anything else fancy. Let's just watch as 1 thermonuclear missile yeets its way towards Kerma. Okay, well it blew up this time. And destroyed it. In this alternate reality, we did it. But we didn't do anything else. Okay. Acknowledged. It somehow selects the regular nuke. I'm pretty sure it selected it again. It automatically chooses the first one. Does the nuke create a bunch of pollution? Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, it worked that time. Let's launch another one. Oh, look, you can actually move around in this view. Whoa! Sorry, I didn't mean to miss it. Oh, wait, it's still coming? No, it isn't. Wow, what a glitchy mess that was. That's where it actually blew up. In the lag fest that is. Okay, well, it seems to be working as we do 1 per turn. Oh, look at the units gathering in this city. Rip Huck, also gonna give it away. Glitches, man. So 3 or more nukes just bugs out the game. It appears as though 4 nukes was too much to handle. Too hot to handle. Oh, okay, here goes another one out of Rip Huck. Whoa. 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 Boom, boom, boom. Big nukes. Big lag. I'm really messing with the game here, aren't I? Okay, those ships are getting the heck out of dodge, which is so fair. Let me move into this wasteland. Claim a spot up north with my tanks. Should we launch another one? Yeah, why not? Sydney is going to do a double power, super powerful thermonuclear missile and just absolutely obliterate Mohenjo-daro. They did not see this coming. The boats escaped. Those damn sailors escaped. Right, here goes another one out of Sydney. This is a proper big bad boy as well. The double promoted thermonuke. I'd like to see you try and get out of this one in one piece. I feel a little foolish. I mean, it worked. I thought it didn't work, but it did. We just didn't destroy anything? Question mark? Save and reload? We'll see. It might be okay. It definitely destroyed the city. I think that's a reload nuke. I think that's a reload nuke. Huck is right. When it comes to nuke time, it's best to save and reload every few turns. Okay, so we didn't get the achievement for breaking the alliance. I wonder if either A, it's bugged because nukes are buggy, or B, if it is more that we ended the alliance, but then they immediately asked for another one. It could be that. Like, that could be messing with how the game views deployment. What the heck is going on now? I think we're okay. Yes, so the Mohenjo nuke hasn't launched yet. Great. Okay. I might just end turn. We'll just have one turn without a nuke. And then, let's go, bad boy, Mohenjo. Look at the range on that! Oh, we're bankrupt. Okay, just to quickly get us out of bankruptcy, I will... Oh, we're not actually doing Land Razor there. I need to keep it up there for the nukes. Maybe we take it off Bentfus. Oh, Bentfus is full of nukes. Oh, of course, it's all of the, it's all of the maintenance on these nukes that is bankrupting me. It's nothing to do with Land Razor at all. Oh well, we keep going. We're just gonna build, and bury our empire in the ground. You can see at the moment in the city of Bentfus alone, there are, in a few turns, 20 nukes. We've launched about 5 already. Carthage has got, at the moment, soon to be 13, so there's 33. We've definitely had a couple down here in Bryguy and Huck. I dare say they'll probably have around maybe 10 in total. We're looking good. We're looking good to comfortably break over 50 nukes. Oh, look, there's more here in Sydney as well that I've totally forgotten about. Go, Sydney. Here goes Sydney's thermo-nuke. Let's try it again. The lack of trade is affecting my income. Yeah, good point. And my stability too, right? It really doesn't like me nuking that city, does it? That one just doesn't seem... Well, it works, but it doesn't seem to work very well. Let's try and get that achievement instead, then. I don't think the game will end this turn, because I think that nuke has glitched it. But we'll see. Look how bad my science is now. We were getting like 25,000 a turn, and now we're getting 3,000. Alright, let's load again, and this time try for the, purple. Let's try and nuke purple. Stability? Yeah, I think we're at the end game point where I can afford now to say, see your stability, see your gold, just go hard nukes, hard launch, and either end the game through pollution, technology, or conquest. I'm not sure which yet. Let's try it. Hey, Babylon, because these guys are my allies as well, so we actually do have a take 2 here. I'll just end this turn in case there's some weird glitchiness. There is not. Brilliant. Now I can actually look at these properly too. Yeah, let's legislate. I've got so many nukes I don't know what to do with them. They're coming out of everywhere. Okay, so these turns appear to be working. Let's now have a look at purple player. So, we're at peace. Oh, we don't have an alliance. Why?
Perhaps these demands were made too quickly.
For that trifle? It's already...
Once again, we all do things we regret. I'm strong enough to apologize.
You had no other option. Accept your fate.
I thought we were allies. I must have lost it at some point.
So
Maybe we can go for green
how are
instead.
you today?
I think I'm just stuck as a trader forever. That's alright. Disband nukes for gold. But Ben, the challenge is to make the nukes! Remember? This is what it's all about! Although I guess once they're made, it doesn't matter if they get disbanded or not? Question mark? Maybe? Either way, let's launch a couple. We can definitely take out this capital nonetheless, so let's do that. Let's go... Surprise! Instantly hate-filled. And let's yeet a nuclear weapon at Babylon! How do you like me now? Wow. I'm gonna have to work on some gold, hilariously. Okay, here goes the nuke to Babylon, and I just got the achievement Big Red Button Masher. Which one is that? Oh, and the world takes on an orange glow as another nuke. Look at that. That is a thermo nuke, baby. That is a thermo nuke. Take a look at that. The pollution level has changed. The world now has a suspicious and dangerous orange glow to it. And we just absolutely obliterated it with the M.A.D, the mother of all bombs. 30 kill streak, baby. Whew. My goodness. It's getting hot in here. You want another one? Let's hit Sapar next turn. As I pollute the world like there's no tomorrow. What's the pollution level look like? We've produced 17,000 total atmosphere. And we're actually going to reach level 2 before the game ends. Which is a disaster. The corrosive nectar. Let's not regulate it. Let's dismiss it. We could launch a Mars colony while we wait. Let's do that as well. Oh my goodness, I forgot I'd scheduled this one, but here goes another one. Can you launch from one silo to many destinations? No, you can't. You can only launch from one silo, one nuke per turn. Uh-oh, looks like that was a dud. That one was a dud. Might have to reload that one. Or maybe it'll let us in turn still. We'll see. Probably not. It probably glitches out because it was a dud. If you don't see the explosion, I think it's just a reload. Yeah. Kind of annoying that we have to jump through hoops. But I got the one red button one, wasn't it? I've lost count. I think we are at... Oh, God. So we got to the 20 and we'd used 4, so it's 24. There's 16 there, that's 40. Hux had 6. The new continent has had... So that's 50. Rough count, I think we're at 60. I think we've produced 60. I could be wrong. We'd have to go back through and properly check the numbers to make sure. But I'm fairly certain that we're at around 60. Let's do the Mars colony. Get our asses to a new planet as we destroy this one. And we're still making them as well. We are still pumping out nukes like there's no tomorrow. So there's 8 there, there's 8 there, there's 5 there, 7 there. These guys think they can fight me with their crappy boats. Absolutely not. Like, sorry, do I need to bring the missile cruisers out again? Yeah, you better run. Let's hit him with a nuke for good measure. Let's go another thermo. And smash... Yeah, let's smash Sapar. We take out those units while we're at it. Try that one again. There's a unit list button in the upper right. Yeah, true. We can have a look at how many we've got at the moment using the unit list in the upper right. I will do that, providing that this launch works. Come on, baby. Don't let it be a dud. It's a dud. It's another dud. Okay, at the moment we are holding... Wow! Okay, so at the moment we've got 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17, 18, 18, and then we've got a full 8, 16, 24, 32, so that puts us at 60. Then we've got another 8, that's 68. So we're at 68 plus whatever we've launched. So what does that put us at? I want to say maybe around 78? It's actually a little higher than what I'd thought. And we're still going! We're still going, although, because they've become so clunky and because I'm having to reloads and there are lots of duds, they're not duds, they're kinetic kill weapons. I just have to throw them at someone instead. I know the feeling of getting no explosion after hitting the target. Yikes. Yeah, so it looks like we're actually higher than I predicted. We're at around 70 at the moment, and we're still making them per turn, although Memphis is full, so it needs to start filling up another missile silo. Can do that. Brilliant. There's another missile silo being filled up. Are you full as well? No, you're okay, actually. They are absolutely fleeing my missile cruisers. Look at them go. They're like, ah! Get us out of here. So fair. Maybe we just go with a baby nuke. Let's try a baby nuke on Sao Paulo. And let's get our Mars colony done. Hopefully this one works. Looks like the Australian manufacturing of nukes is of minor quality. Hey, come on! Here's a kaboom we were after! Standing army to fight my revolutionaries? Nah, I'm just gonna nuke them.
A phenomenal achievement of civilization-wide ingenuity. Perspiration, collaboration...
Do we actually have any that are gonna come out?
And a dozen supertankers
100 stability. Okay, this city is flailing. So let me just give it some extra garrisons. Just so that we don't lose at the very last minute. That would be a bit of a tragedy. Plus 33. Nice. I'll just deselect those. Chuck a couple of those ahead. It's on land raiser, so it's producing things fairly quickly. I'll just queue up some cheap nukes after that. That should be okay there. Fission Town is suffering a similar fate, so let me just quickly elevate it by literally just filling any spare gap I can with some garrisons. Incredible. Its industry is actually not very good. Let's put it on builder mode. Hopefully that'll be enough. Memphis is similarly suffering. So let's garrison it the F up too. Incredible. I think it doesn't actually have that garrison improvement either, does it? Yeah. There we go. Okay, hopefully that should get on top of our issues. The red planet. Brilliant. Carthage. You haven't launched a nuke in a wee while. Let's drop a thermo nuke. Ooh. That's a little close to home, actually. We're gonna have to just go with a neat, normal nuke. Ooh, that's... Oh. Ah, shoot! That was a misclick. Is this gonna cause a nuclear catastrophe? Because I've just nuked in range of 15 nukes? We might just launch another one out of here, just in case we don't get another opportunity in future. Actually, that'll be an interesting experiment. Let's see what happens. It'll probably just be a dud and I'll have to reload anyway, right? But on the off chance that it isn't, let's try it. Financial collapse is imminent. Oh yeah, it is. It is. It is a race against the clock. An absolute race against the clock. Of course, one way to alleviate financial pressure is to launch more nuclear missiles, right? So, let's do that. Oh shoot, Fission Town's locked in for 5 turns. Not ideal. I'll keep you locked in, because that'll spam out a whole lot of garrisons. Yeah. And I realize also I shouldn't be focusing too hard, because this turn could glitch out, because I did launch 2 nukes. The nuclear economist. Go! Go, go, go! Please don't be a dud. Okay, well it wasn't a dud. The second one may have been, though. Unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah, as expected, that wiped out all the nukes that I had in Carthage. It destroyed all of them, but didn't do any kind of chain reaction, which is, to be honest, a bit disappointing. Quite disappointing, actually. Oh yeah, look how much it doesn't like that. Daddy assured destruction. It really hates me queuing up 2 nukes in the same turn, doesn't it? That appears to be game breaking. 2 nukes? Oh, well, we couldn't. We couldn't possibly launch 2. It's fine. Oh, maybe it isn't fine. Fantastic. Nuking is the solution. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nuking is the solution. It solves all of our problems.
Bureaucracy, and a dozen supertankers worth of coffee.
And another one bites the duster. And if I can just do 1 a turn and come out of this, like, fairly happy. Speaking of fairly happy, Icbmville is just absolutely stoked with what it's doing. Love you, Icbmville. You are awesome. The red planet, brilliant. You are no longer glitching, which is also brilliant. And I think through most of these, I mean, queuing up more nukes is super tempting, but maybe we just help Sydney make a bit of money. There you go, Sydney. Go nuts. And Tikal, to be honest, not mega important. Get these gold ones, get these stability ones. You can just do what it does. Here's a nuke I prepared earlier. Move my aircraft carrier. It's part of the... It's costing me too much money and it doesn't need to exist. I'm fixing 2 birds with 1 stone by nuking my own aircraft carrier there. Honestly, it had nothing to carry. Whoa, what a good strike that was. Very happy with that, actually. Hey, look, a bit of the city was left, too. Amazing. Right, who's next? Maybe China? Cheeky nuke at China? Are they still bordering me? No. And in Sydney, I mean, we've reached peak nuclear weapons at this point. So I think we're probably okay to just pick up a couple of Get a bunker, maybe. Some extra stability would be nice. We are recovering our stability now. But it did plummet to a ludicrously low level. We may get revolutionaries here. The game will end in 30 turns. That's my cue to launch another nuke. Oh, we haven't launched one off this island yet, and they are all like double promoted mega nukes. So let's launch one at Sparta, remembering to just bring these units a little bit out of the way. I don't want to lose this fleet. So we'll position them comfortably away from the nuke and fire another one away. Speaking of... Wouldn't mind getting one out of Rip Huck too. But I'll just scare away this stupid unit. Nice. Here goes another one. Now I get the bunker. I know. Too little, too late. But I did it nonetheless. Don't let it be a dud. It was not a dud. Fantastic. We seem to be going okay with one a turn. There's another city down. Oh my god, the rise of dark green as they fill in the gaps that I'm leaving behind. Incredible. Incredible. Let's attach that up to Rip Huck. Rip Huck, absolutely rip your stability. There you go. And seeing as you're complaining about stability, let's launch another nuke? Question mark? I mean, is there even any point nuking that? Fine. When in Rome, we're just gonna nuke our way up the peninsula. And we'll just keep you here for now. Because there's a big bomb gonna fly in front of you. And you might not want to go that close. Double promoted nukes. Yeah. They trained at the best nuke academy in the world. Really seriously. Yeah. Very well trained nukes, these ones. Speaking of, let's move in. Here come my tanks. Absolutely dreadful spot for an outpost, but I can't put it anywhere else. So, there it goes. But you know what? I will kit it out with the absolute best and brightest. Harbour? Check. Australian district? Check. Random forest for no reason? Check. Amazing. Right, let's continue the move north. I think now we can probably launch from Sydney. Let's go with the double promoted super nuke on Mohenjo-daro. That is devastating to China. 53 population, their largest city, their most profitable city, is about to be absolutely destroyed. Let it not be a dud. The Nuclear Clown University. Too right then. Oh no. It's a dud. We launched the wrong missile. Dang it. I have a theory, and I can't prove it, but is it just me, or are the thermonukes, the ICBMs, the long-range powerful missiles, much more likely to break the game than the little ones? It's just a theory. I don't want to sound like a conspiracist, but the little ones always work, and the thermonukes never do, is what it feels like to me right now. Let's try it again in Sydney, but this time with a baby. A promoted baby, but a baby nonetheless. People are panicking in my cities. I don't know why. If this works, it'll prove my conspiracy theory right, and I'll have to put my tinfoil hat on. No, it did not. It just hates it. It just absolutely hates trying to nuke that city. It is what it is. And it literally just breaks the entire game. Like, the entire game stops working. It's like, oh my god, the nuke is too strong. It's always Mohenjo-daro. Okay. It's always Mohenjo-daro, so maybe we need to just avoid that city. Avoid that city. Don't send any big nukes that way, but my goodness, launch them at purple. Purple is just like, please nuke me. This doesn't instill me with great positivity either, but I think it's okay. I think. Apparently now the whole world is ruined. Well... there are forums that say it has to do with unit visibility. Interesting. Interesting. I had recalled seeing some murmurs about it when the game first came out, but I'm not sure if anybody has really given it that much attention since. I mean, maybe they have, but I'm not sure. Either way... Wait, what's happening now? Okay. I'll allow it. I mean, it worked, so... Sure? Sure. Rip Huck, absolutely hemorrhaging stability. My cities are panicking, which is not going to help with their stability. What we're going to do is just pass through a few turns, get into a slightly better position. I'm hemorrhaging a lot of gold. Maybe it's time to say, actually, screw it. Oh yeah, and I just have to quickly whip through again, don't I? And do those improvements. Whoops. Might take everybody off Landraiser for a bit. I think it would be fair to say that we've successfully built a lot of nuclear weapons. I think that goes without saying. I thought 20 was going to be hard. I think we ended up at about 80, which is absolutely incredible. We've destroyed every capital in the world, and then forced them to... Oh, actually, there is one we haven't done. For the sake of completion, we really should destroy Mykeene, but I don't know if we can actually even launch at it. I think it might be too far away. Oh, no, I'm lying. It ain't too far away. Brilliant. Let's just ensure that we do go for the full completed set and nuke that capital as well. Are you sure our Supreme Leader is really thinking through the nuke targets? Stability won't change until my economy is positive. My economy is not going to be positive for the rest of this game. Spoiler alert. There is no need to do that, I don't believe, in a normal game. I've turned off Landraiser because we are basically at the end game now. So I'm happy to pick up, you know, a little bit of extra sort of science and whatnot where I am. Go for the neural implant. Complete the set. Here goes the nuke onto the final capital. I've got to start making money again. No, I don't need to, brother. I don't need to. The game is over. The game is over. Well, that feels quite successful. There's another capital down. Are all original capitals destroyed? I believe they are. Oh, they rebuilt this one as Guangzhou. Go them. Yes. 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 All original capital cities have now fallen. So there's no real need to do a lot more of this. I guess I can do the stability improvements just to try and mitigate a little bit of that damage. But by and large, as I say, not actually a huge concern at this point. Of course, my empire will revolt against me. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't love being this far in the red. My credit history at the end of this will be very interesting. You're absolutely right. But, I mean, you know, I've got all the nukes in the world. Like, what are they going to do? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are they going to do? I feel like we should maybe send another one over here somewhere. Let's try again with a thermo nuke. I really want to destroy Mohenjo-daro, but let's go with this one instead, because it'll get some collateral damage. Give it a whirl, see what happens. Come on, not a dud! Jumbo the Tyrant, oh my god, I know. I'm just like surging my economy into bankruptcy, ignoring good advice, and just launching wow, that one really exploded. Did you see that extra explosion? Oh my god. It's true. Absolutely brutal. This is my last turn. This is my last turn! We've left the world in absolute tatters! 10 turns to pollution level 2 as well, which is just absurd. See if I can launch a nuke on my last turn. Take out Mohenjo-daro. Seeing as it's my last turn, I'll give it a go. Modernize.
You have reached the end of an ideology axis.
You've reached the end of an ideology axis. You don't understand propellers, but my goodness, you've nuked the world. And here we go, the ending. How far will humankind remember the empire I've created? With my remarkable achievements, allegedly, for me, it's what I've left behind that will be the greatest mark, apparently. I will be remembered as a leader that excelled in many things, not one. My fame was due to, apparently, my balance of skills. Sure. And the wonder I built. Just one. World famous and often visited, I doubt that. It brought me fame, respect, and probably income. I needed all of those things. And look at we pan across our beautiful capital city, Christ the Redeemer, Machu Picchu, the Eiffel Tower, some space stations along the way. Those Carthaginian harbors. One more testament to my perseverance. Part of my legacy was being involved in the longest war in history. Nuclear wasteland to your right. And congratulations! Under my guidance, the thrilling tale of humankind has been completed and rewritten. There may be future adventures and deeds in even grander scope, but regardless, I've left a great mark. How far will I push humankind?
Regardless,
How
you
far?
have left a great mark and answered
Let's have a look
the
and see just how far I did
How
push
far will
humankind.
you push humankind?
Well, we got the win. We also achieved the M.A.D achievement 4 times over by my count. We finished up on, I believe, 80 nukes, or, you know, thereabouts, sort of give or take, maybe 5, but we finished with 80 nukes. The highest achievement was to get 20, we got 80. We were in first place, 16,000 fame, not bad. Shadow, congratulations to you, you got second with 10,000, a respectable enough score, and Moon Howler Wolf in third. My goodness, my Australian era was a whomper. Let's have a look at the stats, because they're always kind of interesting to see how the numbers played out. But first, a quick reflection on our journey. We started off in the Neolithic era and beelined through very quickly into the Egyptians, where we built up a good industrial base. Jumbo nukes, you got that right, Philip. Jumbo mad. Then we moved through into the classical era, had a fairly quick era, but managed to build a lot of good Carthaginian harbours. We sailed through into the medieval era where we picked up the Khmer. This was another big one, but we didn't hang around. In fact, we got very little fame, actually, that era. But again, it was another good foundation. We moved through as the mighty Joseons. Stuck around here for a while, used those abilities to our advantage, picked up a lot of fame and a lot of stars, and crucially, it put us in a great spot for them to come through as the French in the industrial era. Again, we surged through with science, we picked up the nuclear technologies, and then we rounded out the game with a whole load of gold medals. Look at them go! We also managed to get most of our golden fame, which I didn't even try to do. Hilariously, the only one we didn't get was the economy. Let's skip through our opponents and see how we finished up. Jumbo's credit score is probably 300 right now. So as you can see, my fame, I was not in first until around Era 6, where we took it around turn 220. Food, we were fairly well fed. Yeah. Industry, super industrialist. Like, don't at me, bro. I am industrialist. Science, very good when we wanted it to be. Very bad when we didn't. Look at that. I mean, that tells a story of an ability that is probably too strong. You know? That is a story that is probably too strong. The numbers speak for themselves. All other players didn't get higher than 4,000 once. Oh my god, Ben. Ben Ownby with a $100 super chat. Ben, I did not expect you to do that. Oh my goodness, Ben, right at the end. Oh, Ben, my credit score just got lifted up a lot. Ben, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but man, I appreciate it. You're such a generous supporter of the channel. A $100 super chat. Cha-ching is right. Ben, that is more than 80. Yeah, you well overdid it. Ben with a $100 super chat says, this was by far one of the most fun streams. You say 80, so this should cover it all. Ben, that would well and truly cover it all. I'm pretty sure you only actually volunteered to do the extra over 50. But thank you so much. Let's have a look at the numbers that everybody was interested in. That's right, influence. No, that's not what you're interested in, but it's good to know. Stability. We were falling into ruins, but we were sort of just holding on. Population, we surged up and then sort of teetered around a bit. Don't look too closely. Religion, we became the dominant religion after merging with Huck. Research, what you would expect. Trade, looking good, then looking very bad. Militarily, we were weak the whole game. And even towards the end, we didn't have that much power. Which is ridiculous. Ben, deficit fixing, so true. In terms of cities, we were the most. And then the moment you've all been waiting for, let's see how my money per turn went. Oy vey. Have you seen a graph so negative? I'd like to highlight that in this one, our 0 point is here, not here where it normally is. Because I spent so long, so deep in the red. Actually, my economy was more in the red than the most rich person was in the green. So it just goes to show, you can be a nuclear tyrant, but man, it will cost you a lot of money, particularly if you ignore that money. Hey, game dev, good to see you. Can't wait until we get proper endless games. Next patch, yeah, next patch, we're looking out for that. Yeah, absolutely hanging out for that next patch. Quality over quantity. Yeah, we definitely went for quite a bit of quality, didn't we? Well, that will conclude this stream. It was meant to be an Age of Empires stream. It became a Humankind stream, and I have to agree with Ben. This is one of the best challenges I've ever been posed. Ben, thank you for suggesting it again and bringing it to the front of my mind. For giving me the push that I needed in the comments. I always really greatly appreciate them. And obviously, a huge shout out to you for a very generous super chat donation. But also, a shout out to Dwayne, 111, to Jason Bennett, to Ben again, for your super chats this stream. And a big shout out to you, Huck, for your $20 super chat. And to Bry Guy for your 50. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I will be posting Humankind and some Age of Empires content on the channel over the next couple of days while it releases, just to have a bit of fun and play around with something different. There may be an Age stream tomorrow if I can get it working. If not, we'll have to go with Plan B. I'm not quite sure what that will be yet, but as always, I'd love to hear your suggestions. I do take them on board, as is hopefully evident by now. Thank you, Huck, for moderating with me today. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone. Tinker, BRD, PJD, Marco, brother. You guys have been here with me through the whole nuclear journey, and I really appreciate that so much. So I will see you tomorrow, probably, and until then, everybody, take care.